How's it going, everybody? I am Jason of JasonsRealm here. Apologies for that little glitch there. I clicked the wrong button, but how are we doing tonight, everybody? Tonight, I am here, maybe joined by my dad later, hence why the angle with the seat being visible there. But we'll be covering the Pittsburgh Penguins hosting the Buffalo Sabres here in a big Eastern Conference matchup. Taking a look at the way the standings are heading into tonight, just to get an idea for the gravity of this game. Right now, the Penguins, November has been the worst thing to happen to them since the guillotine to France. So, yeah, they got to get back on track, and they don't got much time to do it. Yeah, we're still only about a quarter of the way through the season, but at the same time, when you're free-falling in November, it's not usually a good sign for your season. Right now, they find themselves at 25 points, which only puts them 1 point out of a playoff spot right now, but again, they had the best record, they had basically the best team in hockey by the end of October, and they kind of blew it. So, meanwhile, looking at the Sabres, yeah, they need help as well. They are currently 7th in the Atlantic Division and 4 points out of a playoff spot themselves, which again, it's crazy how tight the Eastern Conference is this year, but I love every second of it. So, looking ahead to this matchup tonight, for the Penguins, the goalie is going to be Tristan Jarry, making his return. Let me go ahead and bring this down a little bit. Making his return after a 3-week injury had him sidelined. So he is going to be in with Artur Shilovs backing him up. Meanwhile, for the Sabres, it is going to be Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen going to be making the start with Alex Lyon behind him as the backup. Taking a look at those goalies' stats real quick so we can get an idea. For this season, Luukkonen is 3-2-1 with a .268 goals against average and an .897 save percentage. Not horrible numbers, but definitely could be better by a wide margin. Taking a look at his last game. His last game that he played was actually just 3 days ago in a 4-1 win against Carolina. He also played in that 9-3 beatdown of Chicago. Meanwhile, looking at Tristan Jarry, he has not played in about 3 weeks. Dad's down here with the red wine. Yeah. Now, I don't know where the clip went. The clip is somewhere. But you'll have to hold tonight. You'll have to hold the mic tonight. So we're going to be doing a bit of a live sound check with Dad, but he is here. Taking a look over at Tristan Jarry. Again, he has not played in 3 weeks. His last game was a 4-3 loss against Toronto. Before that, he was on a bit of a heater there, winning his last 4 games before the game in Toronto. But this season, he is 5-2-1 with a .260 goals against average with a .911 save percentage, tied for 11th in the league for that. And he also has 1 shutout this season under his belt. That shutout coming against the San Jose Sharks in a 3-0 win on October 18th in San Jose. Taking a look briefly at these two teams as well and their strengths and weaknesses here. Taking a look at their goals average, their goals against average, that kind of stuff. The team's goals for a game is 3.18. Their goals against for the Sabres, this is for Sabres by the way, is 3.41, which is 26th in the league. Meanwhile, the Pittsburgh Penguins find themselves in those same categories with a 3.05 goals for a game and only a 2.62 goals against per game, which is 4th in the league. Looking at special teams now, power play percentage, the Penguins hitting at 32%, which is the best in the league right now. Their penalty kill, though, is only 85.2%, which is still pretty good. It's 5th in the league. Hands down, the best special teams unit in the NHL is the Penguins, being 1st and 5th in power play and penalty kill, respectively. Meanwhile, looking at the Sabres, yeah, their power play percentage, they have not been converting. They've been converting at 17.9%, good enough for 20th. But their penalty kill is 87.7%, good enough for 1st in the NHL. This is going to be a massive, massive special teams battle here. And taking a look as well, we have a couple of people coming back. So for the Penguins, we already said Tristan Jarry's back, but also Ville Koivunen is making his return tonight. And making his debut tonight is going to be forward number 26, Tristan Braz for the Penguins. Making his official NHL debut tonight for the Penguins. We'll see how he can do. He is going to be positioned on the 3rd line with Tommy Novak and Ville Koivunen, which is a really interesting line combination, if I do say so myself. It's very interesting, you know what I mean? Not like the top tier players, which it makes sense. It's 3rd line, but it's kind of an interesting line to have Koivunen, Bros, and Novak. Meanwhile, taking a look at our projected starting 5 for both teams. For the Sabres, you have starting on the offensive line here, number 91, that's going to be Josh Doan. Number 72, which is Tage Thompson, an absolute beast for the Sabres. and number 89, Alex Tuch. Meanwhile, for the Penguins, your starting lineup, or your starting forwards, are going to be number 19, Connor Dewar, number 87, Sidney Crosby, and number 17, Brian Rust. Looking at our projected starting defensive pairings for the Sabres, the starting defensive pair is going to be number 23, Matthias Samuelsson, and number 26, Rasmus Dahlin. For the Penguins, it's going to be number 28, Parker Wotherspoon, and number 65, Erik Karlsson. This should be a fun one tonight. Let me make sure I have the lavalier mic in here. I do. So, Dad, what's your thoughts on this game?
I haven't watched them.
You got to be very close. Yeah, you got to be kind of
Okay,
close.
now?
Yeah, there you go. What are your thoughts?
I haven't watched them in a while, so I'm just going to see how they are. I mean, the younger ones I hear are pretty good old and young mixture. How that works.
The last game you watched, I think, was a preseason game when we sat down and watched that together.
Exactly.
Because you have not been with me for any of the Penguins games I've streamed, and we've been out for other Penguins games.
Nope.
So this is your first real game you're watching. Oh no, Flyers.
Flyers, yeah.
Pens Flyers. You watched Pens Flyers in that loss. That was not a fun one. But I'm excited to see what Tristan Brose can do. I mean, there was a lot of hype around this kid in camp, and he was projected. You know, people were surprised when he did not make opening night roster. So I'll be very intrigued to see what he does, especially on that third line alongside Ville Koivunen and Tommy Novak. So that is a big one. Taking a look real quick at our second lines, which should be another impactful line. For the Penguins, you got number 13, Kevin Hayes, number 71, Gino Malkin, and number 39, Anthony Mantha. For the second line for the Sabres heading into tonight, projected, is going to be number 17, Jason Zucker, number 71, Ryan McLeod, and number 22, Jack Quinn. Again, our second deep pairings for defense, you have number 5, Ryan Shea, and 58, Chris Letang for the Penguins. For the Sabres, you got number 4, Bowen Byram, and number 21, that would be Connor Timmins. What?
What are they,
Gravy boats.
What is it?
Gravy boats.
Gravy
Zamboni
boats.
gravy boats.
Oh, okay.
Penguins Zamboni gravy boats is what they're giving away tonight. But, Dad, if you had to give a final score prediction for this game, who are you taking and what is the score?
I think the Pens are going to turn it around. I think they're going to win.
I'm curious. What
3-1.
You're taking the 3-1 Pens?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Pens.
If I had to take a final score here, I am going to take, it's going to be high scoring. I'm going to take it 5-4 Penguins. If the Pens are going to win, they're going to have to generate a lot of goals. The Sabres already have 70 goals. Let's see, we got the Guns thing. Hit them likes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's my dude right there. I am Jason, and I support this message. Oh, man. But how you doing, the Guns? How you doing, man? But, yeah, I would take the Penguins in a 5-4 game. It's got to be high scoring if the Pens are going to win. It's either going to be a Penguins blowout because they don't have goaltending, or it is, because they don't have any offense, or it's going to be a tight game. Both sides getting a lot of scoring chances. But here we go. First period, opening draw going to be won by Pittsburgh. Sending it around to the far side. Buffalo has a chance taking it to the offensive end. They do. Going back in behind. Karlsson behind the net to the near side for the Penguins over towards Rust. Moving in is going to be Crosby. To the offensive end, looking for help. Not going to get much. Going to get tipped in around behind the net now, tying up. And it's going to be taken out by Buffalo. Passing up the far side, moving it in. And never mind. That puck's going to go loose and going to be kept in at the back of the zone by number 18, Tommy Novak. Working with it now is Erik Karlsson as the Pens go for a bit of a line change. Moving it up here. Moving around to the far side. Over to Kevin Hayes. Trying to find a way to pass. The puck goes loose. Back into the neutral zone. Buffalo takes possession. But not for long as the Pens take it back into the neutral zone with possession. Slowing it down a little bit here to the near side. To the into the offensive end. Back in behind the net as a tie-up will ensue. Over behind the net now is going to be Anthony Mantha looking for somewhere to go to the near side, back to the top of the zone. Going to pass it in to Letang around the far side. Battling around to the top again, and it goes loose into the neutral zone, and Letang has to give chase back into his own defensive end to the far corner. Going behind his own net of Jarry, moving now through center ice, through neutral zone, and going to do a little pump and dump for the Sabres. Getting that puck out for Buffalo is going to be number, I believe, 25, Owen Power, over to the far side, battling for that puck. Power now, wing to wing to the near side, taking it out. It's going to be Jacob Bryson. Moving along now, going to dump it in towards the offensive end, and the Pens are going to get possession with Ryan Graves for the time being. as we have another tie-up in that far corner. Battling now, loose puck to the near side. Buffalo trying to keep it out, but they have possession. And the puck goes loose all the way back to the neutral zone. Buffalo has to regroup. Taking it's going to be Power. Working with that puck, trying to find a lane to give them time to do a line change on the defensive front. Buffalo now working around the near side, up through the neutral zone to the offensive end, doing a little pump and dump yet again. Over to the far side, and the Sabres with a chance for the time being. A bit of a tie-up near the face-off circle, and the Pens come away with it to the near side. Working with it is going to be Dumba. Takes a hit along the boards as he sends it up through center ice, and the Sabres take over for the time being in their own defensive end. Playing a strong front is going to be number 46, Blake Lizdot, and the Pens get possession back in their defensive end. Moving up now through center ice, trying to pass around is Letang, I think that was. Back in front of the net, a chance, but can't get it off. Over to the far corner, a bit of a tie-up is ensuing. The Penguins trying to keep it out in front of the net. They will. Maintaining is Carlson. Trying to find somewhere to pass it, but can't before it gets deflected by Buffalo and sent out of the zone. Back into the defensive end now is Dewar, I believe, over to the near side. And Carlson trying to find somewhere to go to Dewar. Dewar gets hit, and it's going to be sent all the way up for the Sabres to take it. Moving back up now through center ice, passing wing to wing. Puck goes loose back into Buffalo's defensive end as the Pens are trying to take it away, but the Sabres doing a great job moving it through the near side. Now going to do a little pump and dump back in behind Jarry, and Ryan Shea working with that puck to the far side, trying to send it out, and through center ice they go. Letang to the offensive end with a chance. He shoots, rebound, can't get it in. Can't get a clean shot off the rebound there, and the Sabres take it back the other way. Moving now into the offensive end, trying to dump it in, and it's going to be sent back in behind Jarry, who gives it off to Letang. Back over now to the far side, trying to work with that puck. Moving it around, back over to Letang. Slowing it down a little bit over to the near side, passing wing to wing, and going to send it up along the boards in front of the benches and dump it in for the Penguins to try and retreat. But here we go. The Sabres get possession along the near side boards, trying to send it out of the zone. They will. Working with that puck to the offensive end is going to be McLeod. Passing shot, and not going to go. Goes wide of the net and back in behind the net. Shot from the corner. Not going to go. Loose puck. Jarry does a great job at shoring up that corner of the net, and the Pens regroup going the other way. Hayes sends it out, and it's going to go to the far side, and they're going to dump it out and around to the far side for an icing against the Penguins. All right. Nice job there by the Penguins defense, and especially Jarry to not let the easy goal get by on the breakaway. So, I'd take that.
Be interesting to see how the Pens respond to Dan Muse saying that they did not do well.
Absolutely.
Last few games.
Absolutely.
See how they do. That's what I want to see also.
Absolutely. So here we go. Defensive end face-off for the Penguins. And let's see. Malkin taking it against number 46. That's going to be against... Or no, it's number 48. Okay. It's going to be against Tyson Kozak against Evgeny Malkin on the near side circle in the Pens defensive end. Face-off going to be won by the Penguins. Malkin over to the far side, and the Pens trying to get it out of that defensive end. Just under 16 minutes to go here in the first period. Passing wing to wing. I believe that's Wotherspoon trying to find somewhere to go to Malkin. Wing to wing and goes into the offensive end, but taken away by Buffalo. And trying to move it out the other way. Here they go. Passing it up along the far side, and the puck goes loose. The Pens with a chance. And that's going to be Hayes battling for it now, sending around to the far side, back around to the near, and Buffalo is going to have... No, never mind. It's Carlson with the puck over to the near side, working with his Ville Koivunen, wing to wing, trying to find a bit of a lane. Shot gets deflected before it even gets to the net. Giving up the body for that one is going to be number 48, Kozak on the Sabres, and Buffalo now is going to take the puck through center ice, now in the neutral zone to the offensive end. Here they go. Wing to wing pass, working behind Jarry, trying to go for a bit of a wraparound, but Carlson not going to let that happen, and the Pens take it out into the neutral zone, passing wing to wing. Puck goes loose and going to be recovered by Buffalo, number 23, Matthias Samuelsson. Now Carlson has possession, but going to have to just kind of dump it and give it over to Buffalo, as there would have been an offside call had he have crossed the plane. Now Buffalo with a chance, moving to the offensive end, and it's going to be offside on the Sabres, as the puck was lost temporarily by Beck Mallenstein, forcing the offside call there.
Every time that you say Dumba,
yeah,
you know what I really
Dumbo.
think of? I think
Dumbo
of the elephant Dumbo.
Okay, so here we go. They gave their little injury update there. But here we go. Neutral zone face-off. And going to be won by Pittsburgh. Taking it back in behind the net to the near side is going to be Letang. Working to the far side, passing up wing to wing. Puck goes to the neutral zone. A race for the puck ensues. Puck gets deflected back, but Buffalo does get possession off of Byram. Over to the near side, Letang battling for that puck. The Penguins trying to take it away right in front of the scorekeeper's desk, and it's going to be sent in, giving chase Ryan Shea back in behind the net and trying to get possession over to the far side. They do. Moving up now through center ice, the Penguins trying to take to the offensive end for the time being, and it's going to be offsides. 14-18.
Wait a minute.
What?
Someone is sitting right over there in your seat there in the first row.
Oh, funny. The seats we had when we were at the Blues game, those were amazing seats. And actually, it would have been on the other end.
No.
Yeah, we were behind Jarry the first and third. Let's see. We got Hot Cocoa Bob. Let's go Buffalo. I'll respect it. So here we go. The Penguins trying to move it in, and the loose puck gets taken away by Buffalo. A big check delivered at center ice, and the puck gets cleared out behind Jarry. Shea now with the puck over to the near side, passing as he takes a hit along the boards. Moving that puck around is going to be Letang. Sends it out along the far side and goes all the way back in behind the goalie there, Luukkonen. Over to the near side, puck goes loose and going to be recovered by Buffalo for the time being by Tage Thompson. Working up to the near side, that's going to be Doan. Passing around the near side, goes back in behind Jarry, who deflects it away, leaving it for, I believe, Crosby. Over to the far side, racing to the offensive end. Here's your chance for the Penguins. And it's taken away by Buffalo. Working behind the net, Samuelson to the near side. Penguins take over. Dumba at the top of the zone. And here we go, trying to find a bit of a lane. Goes back in behind to the far side. Going to be kept in by Crosby. Trying to find somewhere to go with that puck. Yeah, Buffalo has been on a roll, man. Buffalo has been on a roll. In front of the net, loose puck. To the near side. Bit of a battle for that puck now. Buffalo trying to take it on the far corner. And going to pass around the far side. Racing for it's going to be Russ taking it away in the offensive end. Wing-to-wing pass. But Dumba couldn't control it and could not get a clean shot. Trying to generate another offensive zone opportunity over to the far side. Loose puck, battling for it. Malkin sends it to the top of the zone. Kept in. And it gets deflected out off of the stick of a Sabre. Carlson now taking it into the offensive end. With a chance, Mantha passing back to Malkin. Back over to Mantha. Towards the net. Not going to go. Over to the far side. Puck goes loose. And the Pens keeping it in over to the far side. Back to the near. Racing for it now in a bit of a tie-up. Buffalo has a chance. Taking it up the other way to the offensive end. Having to battle against two Penguins, though. Not going to get it was Jason Zucker. But still with the puck. Buffalo behind the net of Jarry. Over to the far side to Zucker. Zucker to the top of the shot. Not going to go. A nice deflection off of Jarry's padding. A 77-mile-an-hour by Dahlin on that shot. And now working it out to the far side. The Penguins move it through center ice and force Buffalo to regroup. Dumping it in on the near side. Back in behind the net they go. Carlson collides with the Sabre, and it's going to be around to the near side. Loose puck again. Kept in by Hayes. Back to behind the net to Carlson. Carlson now moving it through the near side, through the defensive end. Wing-to-wing pass. Moving now to the offensive end. Here's your chance for Hayes. But he has a gaggle of Bills all around him, or Sabres all around him. Not going to go. Man, I've covered Buffalo teams twice in 1 week. Here we go. Letang now over to the near side. Passing around and taken away by Buffalo. Here comes your chance going to the offensive end, and it's going to be offside. I don't know what in the world they were thinking on that one. I believe it was Benson that was way offside. Bro was like halfway to the net from the blue line, and they decided to cross it.
This is game 1 of 2.
What?
Game 1 of 2.
What do you mean?
Between Pittsburgh and Buffalo.
Yeah.
The second game is Sunday.
Oh, I did not realize that.
Steelers play the Bills.
Oh. Pittsburgh versus Buffalo, yeah. Take a look real quick at our out-of-town scoreboard real quick. Just to give you guys a quick little update while we're at commercial. The Panthers, Brad Marchand getting a goal assisted by Bennett and Connor Verhaeghe to take a 1-0 lead over the Flyers. All these games are about 12 to 13 minutes left in the first period, for reference. Cam Fowler assisted by Walker and Mailu to get a goal to take a lead over the Devils on one shot on goal, mind you. The Bruins and Isles, a pretty good game here. The one goal apiece now, it was Matthew Barzal assisted by D'Angelo and Schaefer for the Islanders. And then the Sabres answer right back with an Alex Steves goal assisted by Kurali and Isamon. And apart from that, there is no other goals to give you guys any updates on for the time. Oh, wait, never mind. What in the world happened? What in the world happened in Tampa? How did I miss that? They have 3 goals. They're up 3-0 over the Flames. With
Wow.
That not even 8 minutes rolled off the clock yet. Brandon Hagel assisted by Sorelli and Kucherov Then Charles-Edouard D'Astus, assisted by Paul and Jake Gensel, Jake the Snake. And then the third goal was Zemgus Gurgensons, assisted by Gord and Holmberg.
That's like our game.
Yeah, that does sound a lot like it. Let's see, let's go. Tampa in the parlay. Hey, that's good. That's good. And I can support Jake Gensel. I can support Jake Gensel. Oh, man. But let's take a look here. We are back from commercial as they're doing a little bit of a look back to the 91 season.
That was a great.
Yeah, the first of two teams to win the cup. Back to back. So here we go. The face-off in neutral zone going to be won by the Penguins in the defensive end of the near side through the neutral zone to the offensive end. The puck goes loose. Recovered by Byram. Working with that puck now through his own defensive end towards the offensive end. Here's your chance for Buffalo. Passing, but nowhere to go. And it's going to be intercepted by Brazeau. No, not Brazeau. Might have been Lazeau. I saw 6, and I knew Brazeau did not sound right. But it goes back in behind the Buffalo net, and the Sabres working around far side, passing wing to wing through the neutral zone. Working around towards the offensive end, but the Pens intercept it, moving through center ice. And here's your chance in front of the net. Shot, not going to go. The shot by Crosby as he slides into the boards and is slow to get up. It's going to be a power play. Tripping, I would bet.
Yeah.
Tripping on Buffalo.
Or hooking. I can't.
It could be hooking. Sure. All I know is Crosby went into the boards. Crosby ended up sliding into the boards and they blew a whistle. Tripping. What number? Number 21. That is going to be Connor Timmins going to the net for tripping. Or going to the bin for tripping. So let's go ahead and give the power play to the Penguins. And this is the hyped matchup we were looking for all game. The number 1 power play unit against the number 1 penalty kill unit in hockey right now. Here we go. This is a big one here. Watching it. The Pens are number 1 on the power play, but the Sabres are number 1 on the kill. So Crosby. Rust out there as well for the Penguins. Taking the face off for Buffalo is going to be McLeod. And it's going to be won by Buffalo. Back into the near side, trying to send it out, and they do. Malkin and another Penguin giving chase behind is going to be Carlson. Carlson working behind his net and trying to find somewhere they can go. Now moving through the neutral zone to the offensive end is Rust. Wing to wing, back again to Crosby. Crosby lets Carlson. Carlson back to Crosby, back over to the near side to Malkin. Back in behind the net, loses the puck. And Rust thankfully able to recover it, but the Sabres, never mind, kept in by Crosby. Wing to wing, over to the far side, back to Carlson to the top of the zone. Trying to shoot it in, shot, not going to go. Loose puck, and Malkin tries to recover. He does for the time being. Back in behind the net to the near side. The Sabres will successfully clear the zone. All the way back in behind Jarry, who's going to sit there and wait for that puck so that Carlson can pick it right back up. And here we go. Moving up through the defensive end, through center ice, wing to Rust. Rust flying in with some speed, leaves it for Malkin. Back over to the near side, to the far side again. Puck going to be kept in by the Penguins for now, but a bit of a tie-up along the boards to Malkin on the near side. To the top of the zone, shot. Cannot get a clean shot off. I believe that was Carlson. And the puck is cleared again. Jarry sends it way out to the far side to Malkin. A chance, but he can't hit it. The direction finder was off. That thing was about 2 feet to the right. So here we go now. Jarry back in behind his own net. Letang gets the puck this time. And you got Novak out there as well, passing over to Hayes. Back across the wing again into the offensive end. And never mind. Buffalo takes it away and sends it out of the zone. Let's see, we got the Sports Victor. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. Happy Thanksgiving Eve to you and all Ians as well. So here we go. Letang working through the defensive end, through the neutral zone. Here we go to the offensive end. Trying to find a way to go with 14 seconds left on the power play. To the near side. Trying to battle at the top of the zone. Letang wing to wing. Over to the far side. Back over to Hayes. Hayes with a shot. Not going to go. Loose puck. And Buffalo is, for the time being, looking like they might clear the zone. Penalty expires. And the puck goes right to the net for Luukkonen to freeze it. So the Penguins have officially lost the first battle of the power plays. Remember, it is the top power play unit against the top penalty kill. But they're going to commercials, so let's go ahead and take a look at scores around the league. Do we have any updates? It does not look like it. Except the Jets and Capitals did just get underway in the nation's capital tonight. And the Blue Jackets going on a power play against the Maple Leafs. Maybe a chance to break the 0-0 score. Yeah, get off tomorrow and then go back to work Friday during football. Ooh, that's not fun. That's not fun. But, yeah, we are rolling here. No real big score updates as of right now as we're taking a look. So far, shots on goal is only 2 apiece. Not a lot. I was expecting this to be a very high-scoring game. It is not turning out to be that way just yet, but we still got time. We still got plenty of time to make that happen. But if you guys are enjoying the stream or finding value in it, dropping a like and subscribing are 2 great ways to show your support. Again, we are on the road to 400 subscribers. We're at 361. The next minor milestone is 365. That would be pretty awesome if we could hit that tonight. You're not a fan of football on a Friday during the day? Yeah, but, you know, you got to tip your hat to the NFL schedule makers. Who would have thought that Bears-Eagles would have been a killer Black Friday game before the season even started? Who would have thought that? Well, now they're playing for second place in the NFC. And that could be a big tiebreaker game come January.
Eagles are.
I don't know about that. Okay. So, give us your quick thoughts real quick before they get back to the action so far.
The Pens are doing pretty good. They're holding up. Their defense is good. You know, Buffalo's doing good too. I mean, it could be really a low-scoring game.
Oh, no. Jarry might be going to Edmonton this year. There's, according to Kevin Weeks, I'm told 2 times NHL All-Star and Penguins goalie Tristan Jarry is among the goalies drawing significant interest as a potential option for the Edmonton Oilers. Keep in mind he played in Edmonton with the Oil Kings.
I'm not concerned about that.
I like Murashov. So
Murashov and
Shelovs. It's not a bad goalie pairing.
I mean, you're talking about the younger one.
Yeah, I guess Jarry is kind of aging. So, I mean, he's been around since the Matt Murray days. So here we go. The Sabres win the draw to the near side, moving in, and the Penguins intercepted in the neutral zone to the offensive end. Here's a chance 4-on-4 to the offensive side, and the puck goes loose for the Sabres to take it to the near side, sending it out off the stick of Zucker, and the Penguins are going to regroup to the near side with Graves, sending it into the offensive end, and a bit of a tie-up for that puck now on the far corner. Keeping it in, the Penguins trying to battle for it, but also Bowen Byram in there for the Sabres. Pens come away with it to the top of the zone, passing back around to the near side. Behind the net, working with it is going to be number, who is that, 26. That's the new guy. That's Tristan Bros. To the top of the zone. He's making his NHL debut tonight. So, we'll see what he has in store. But passing it around, the Sabres with a chance. Loose puck, going to be sent out by Dumba. Never mind. The Sabres into the offensive end. Here comes your chance. Working with that puck is going to be Samuelson over to the far side. Loose puck. The Sabres take it away again. Towards the side to the top of the zone. A chance working around. And a distracted Jarry with a lot of bodies in front of him, but no shot. Passing wing to wing, moving to the offensive end is Crosby. Wing over to Dumba. Does not pull the trigger and does not pass. And the puck goes loose to the near side for the Sabres to try and recover it. Yeah, there's not really a good opportunity out of that. But here we go to the near side, working with the puck, passing wing to wing. The Sabres trying to move it out through the neutral zone. They go over towards the offensive end. Never mind, the Pens trying to take it away. Here, Carlson passing up. And it's picked off by, I believe that's Ryan McLeod to the offensive end. Passing, chance in front of Jarry. Can't go off the post. And over to the near side. The Pens are moving it back up the other way with Brian Rust. Trying to find somewhere to go. Passes behind the net over to the far side. Working with that puck, and it goes loose. A bit of a tie-up and a bit of a battle. Malkin trying to take it, but the Sabres have it. Going the other way. Here they come. That is going to be number 78. Jacob Bryson to the offensive end. He goes over to the top of the zone. A chance for the Sabres. Shot from the corner. Not going to let the easy one get by him. And the Penguins working with it to the near side. Flipping it high and going towards the offensive end for the Sabres to regroup. Chasing down for that puck is going to be Kevin Hayes over to the near side, though. The puck goes loose. Sabres with possession to the offensive end, and it gets flicked out the other way. Into the offensive end, Malkin with a chance behind the net. Can he work some magic? Trying to work around to the far side. Trying to find a bit of a lane. Passes over here to Shea. Shea passes to the top of the zone again. Back over to Shea. Shea in front of the net and cannot get a clean deflection shot. But here we go in front of the net. Loose puck, and the Sabres take it out going the other way. Up the near side towards the offensive end they go. Going back in behind Jarry, and Ryan Shea going to work with that puck over to the far side, trying to find somewhere to go as bodies come together. Letang getting involved as well, but Shea is able to send it out into the neutral zone. Passing in to the near side come the Sabres. Trying to find a bit of a shooting lane. Back in behind the net is going to work Dune. Over to the far side, loose puck, a bit of a tie-up, and it looks like the Pens might come away with it here. Here they go with Koppinen. And going to send it into the offensive end, do a little pump and dump, but the Sabres are going to get it for the time being around the near side. Towards the offensive end, and it looks like the Sabres working with it. Sends it in, goes back in behind Jarry, who's going to send it out to the far side again along the boards. Passing in front of the benches, can't control it, and it's going to be a Penguins icing. Because they could not control the clean pass. So 5.5 to go here. 3 shots on goal for Buffalo, 2 for Pittsburgh. But, wow. Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin have total for 3,080 points. The entire Sabres active roster, 2,629. That is crazy. So here we go now. Working through over to the near side. The Sabres trying to get it in the offensive end. They will not. It looks like Lizotte working to the far side. Loose puck. Battling for it. And working around the far side is going to be around to the far side of the near. Here they go. Dumba working his way up. Passing wing to wing in towards the offensive end they go. Penguins trying to send it around to the far side. Back to the near. Penguins have control to the top of the zone. Shot by Dumba. Redirect, can't get it in. And the puck goes loose. The Sabres get it in front of the net. But a big shot delivered, and never mind. It looks like Lizotte ends up taking the better part of the shot that he dished out, and they have it in the offensive end. The Sabres now working behind the net, trying to find somewhere to go, passing back to the near side. With that puck is going to be Samuelson. Trying to find somewhere he can work with it now. And here they go. Over to the near side, moving to the offensive end, back into the far corner. The Sabres with a chance. And to the near side, lurking it out, it's going to be the Penguins. Passing wing to wing to the offensive end. Here comes your chance. Passing and wrapping around towards the net. Not able to get a clean shot off. Over to the far side. Back over to the near. Back to the top of the zone if they can. But it looks like the Sabres are going to get that tie up. Never mind, in front of the net. Loose puck. And the Sabres get the tie up because they do. Over to the near side now. Working with that puck is going to be Power. Passing wing to wing towards the offensive end. And going back in behind the net they go. Working around now to the near side, passing. The Sabres in the offensive end with a chance if they can control it, but they don't. Carlson now wing to wing behind the net to the near side, working up through. And here comes the pass to the offensive end. A chance for, I believe that's Dewar. But he is going to be hounded by a bunch of Sabres. And it looks like over there the Sabres get possession and take it out the other way.
Dewar didn't do it.
Yeah, no, he did not. But Shea in front of his net over to the far side. And the Sabres regroup, but they have possession. Here comes a chance of the offensive end with Byram. Wing to wing, loose puck. Can the Pens control it? A battle now behind the net to the far side. Ryan Shea trying to work with that puck. Over to the near side in front of the net. Loose puck, and the Pens take it away. To the near side, here comes Brian Rust. Trying to work to the offensive end. Leaves the puck there for Crosby. Crosby back to the top of the zone. Kept on in by Dumba over to the far side. Back to Dumba, wing to wing. And trying to find somewhere to move it in. Graves over to the far side in front of the net. To the near side, the puck goes. Kept in by Dumba over to Graves. Graves passing to the far side. Can't keep it in. Puck goes loose. And they're back in the neutral zone again. But here we go. Dumba with a chance as they go for a change. Goal! And Matt Dumba's goal. Let's go, baby. Matt Dumba with his first Pittsburgh goal against the Buffalo frickin' Sabres. Let's go. A nice goal there for the Penguins. Let's make sure my thing's working. Come on. This should update automatically. There we go. A beautiful, beautiful goal there by Dumba. Finds his spot, picks his shot, and hits it like a sniper.
That looks like, wait a minute here.
Yep.
Never
mind. Actually, that goal technically was because of Byram's stick.
It hit his stick, and that's why you saw that little flick.
Yeah, it deflected off of Byram's stick, causing it to be more airborne. With 2:51 to go, here we go. Center ice face-off. And the face-off going to be won by, I think, Pittsburgh. Going back into the near side, or far side, along the boards to the near side for Mantha. Mantha moving it up to the offensive end. They go. Here we go in front of the net with a chance. Trying to find to the top of the zone to Carlson. Wing to wing. A chance in front of the net, but they can't really control it over to the far side. Working with that puck is Power. Passing up now, and it's going to go back for Carlson to get it for the icing. Okay. Let me see.
The question is, in the Penguin out of the period without letting up a goal, that would be huge.
So here we go. 2.5 to go. Faceoff going to be won by Buffalo in the defensive end. Over to the near side, passing wing to wing. That's going to be Dahlin. Moving into the offensive end. Here's your chance. Not going to let the easy one go, though, by Jarry. Into the top of the zone. Rust working with the puck, wing to wing, but it gets intercepted in the zone by Dune. Passing back into the defensive end. Trying to work with that puck as the Sabres go for a line change. Passing it up over to the far side of the offensive end. Here they come. The Sabres wing to wing in front of the net. Still having possession, though. A chance. Getting a direct. Not going to go off the stick of Jarry. A nice deflection there at the net. So here we go. Passing around. Going back into the defensive end. The Sabres with the puck. Moving it around through the center ice to the offensive end. Going to dump it in. It's going to be McLeod. Back in behind Jarry. Going to leave that puck there. Over to the near side. Mantha waiting for it. Dishes out a big-time hit on Bryson, who was trying to take him down and ended up going down himself instead. And here we go. The Pens with possession now towards the offensive end if they can maintain it. And it looks like the Sabres are going to successfully take it away. Lose puck now. Never mind. Lazo battling for it. A big tie-up along the far side boards. And here we go. To the top of the zone to the near side. Working with that puck they go. And Lazat all over that puck right now, man. He is really showing his worth right now and his want to be on this team. But the Sabres with a chance in the offensive end now. Passing wing to wing, but nobody home, and the Penguins are going to come away with it for the time being. And losing the puck, but they get it back. Letang now working with that puck. Wing to wing, intercepted with a chance by Doan in front of the net. Loose puck over to the near side along the boards. Going to be kept in by the Sabres. Going back in behind the net, and Crosby battling for it alongside. Now Shea gets possession. Wing to wing over to the far side as we hit 38 seconds to go here in the first. Crosby sending it around to the far side. Here he comes towards the net if he can find some help. But he does, but he can't hit Tommy Novak in time. Pens with a chance. Still possession.
Fell.
Yeah, well, because Crosby passed it behind him. That was why. Crosby passed it behind him. He tried to hit the brakes and he slid. But here we go. The Sabres now. Byram back in, working around over behind his own net. And they're going to probably take this into the period, I would imagine. Maybe get one more rush off. 6 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3 to the offensive end. Shot. Can't get to the net. And we will hit the end of the first period like that. All right. Let me see. Okay. Let me go ahead and check something out here real quick.
You know what?
What?
That was what they were saying there was that was Matt Dumba's
first goal of the Penguin, yeah.
I wasn't sure because I haven't seen them a lot. I didn't know.
Okay. So, Dad, give us your thoughts real quick on this first period.
I like the way that the Penguins are.
You're not speaking loud enough to the mic.
Oh, right now?
Yeah, now you are.
I like the way that the Penguins are getting to the puck. They're faster than they were last year with all the old people. Getting to the puck better, getting them out. So we'll see how it goes. Going on.
All right. Well, real quick, taking a look at our out-of-town scores here. So the Predators and Red Wings, Predators have a power play, but nothing with 4:12 left in the first. The Lightning added to their lead with a Declan Carlisle goal assisted by Santini and Gensel yet again as they hold a 4-0 lead. Oh, never mind. Nick Blankenberg just got a goal for the Predators, 1-0. Flames do have a power play, by the way, over the Lightning right now. Panthers still leading 1-0 over the Flyers with a minute 35 left in the first. The Blues got a goal to make but it's 2-1 in that game because the Devils also got a goal with a minute 18 left. The Devils' goal was Timo Meier, assisted by Heischer and Hamilton. And the Blues' second goal was a power play goal. Robert Thomas, assisted by Fowler and Buchnevich.
Okay, let me ask you a question,
Yeah.
Jason. What do you think Buffalo needs to do in the second period, get into it, into the game to score a goal, and what do you think the Penguins need to do to keep going?
Well,
What's
I
the
would
keys
say
to the second period?
second period, what I would need to see out of Buffalo to get back into to keep into this game, right, is the way they were playing this period was not bad. The only reason the Pens got a goal was because there was a mistake, which led to a turnover, which led to Dumba having the opportunity. Without that mistake, Buffalo is going into this period nothing, more than likely. So with Buffalo, it really is just, stay focused, keep your head in the game, and try to capitalize on a Penguins mistake or two. The Pens have had a few mistakes. They've had a few passes that have gone nowhere.
Yep.
Capitalize on those. That's how Buffalo gets a goal and gets back to potentially winning this one. For the Penguins, it's minimize the goals and be opportunistic. Be opportunistic on your opportunities and, maintain control of the puck. I've seen too many times this period so far, in this first period, that the Penguins had possession of the puck, tried to pass it off, weren't on the same page, puck goes loose, Buffalo takes it over. The Penguins cannot win if they're going to keep turning the puck over like that or just losing possession of the puck because they're not on the same page. So for the Penguins, they need to get together, they need to get back in it, and they need to make things happen. So that's what I'm looking at in the second period. That's what I want to see if I'm both teams. That will be kind of like my locker room speech, so to speak. That will be the main purpose of my locker room speech this intermission.
The Pens need to getting it out of that zone quickly, and then getting it back and dumping it into the Buffalo zone, the offensive, in their offense, doing the checking and fog that on up, have the opportunity action in. But the real key is to try to get it out quickly from their own end, defense, puck to puck, and not try to get too fancy and try to make that great pass. Just get it out of there,
Yeah.
Sometimes they fall to the point of they're trying to make this great pass and they turn it over, causing an issue.
I can see that. But real quick, going back into our out-of-town scores here, since you kind of cut that off. The Bruins, 1-1, tied with the Islanders at the end of the first, actually. Our game, obviously, we have hit the end of the first period. The Jets and Capitals. The Capitals holding a 1-0 lead with just under 10 minutes to go in the first period. That goal for the Capitals was a John Carlson goal assisted by Wilson. Looking at the Rangers and Hurricanes. The Rangers holding a 1-0 lead with the power play with a minute left in the first period. That goal was a Noah Laba goal assisted by Radish to take a 1-0 lead there. And the Leafs and Blue Jackets still 0-0 with 3:37 left in the first. So those are the quick little updates. Meanwhile, going through our game, let's go ahead and take a look here. So, going through our shots on goal, 4 for the Sabres, 3 for the Penguins. A very defensive game here, a defensive-oriented game, and a lot of mistakes, really. There's been a lot of mistakes on both ends of the ice by both teams that have been leading to opportunities that the other team just can't capitalize on. It almost feels like, in a sense, this game is a kind of tank bowl, if you know what I mean. Where both teams are kind of making a lot of mistakes, technically, or like a lot of technical mistakes, and they're not able to capitalize on each other's mistakes. Instead, one team makes a mistake, and the other team makes another mistake to give it right back. Because again, to only have 7 shots on goal, and especially seeing all the turnovers that we were seeing, it almost does feel like a bit of a tank bowl of sorts. But
it's going more of a defensive end. I mean, both teams.
Yeah, it's about forcing mistakes, and they're not capitalizing on each other's mistakes.
Yep, getting the ball clear out, get the puck out.
Yeah. But real quick, going through our shots. So, the shots for the Sabres. They have one by that will be, what's his name? Beck Malenstein. Then you got 3 by defensive players. 1 by Bowen Byram, 1 by Owen Power? Yeah, Owen Power, and 1 by Rasmus Dahlin. Meanwhile, for the Penguins, the shots on goal there, only 3. That goal was by Matt Dumba, and he did have the 1 lone goal of the period, so he has 1 lone shot on goal. Chris Letang also with 1 shot on goal, and Kevin Hayes with a shot on goal for the Penguins as well. Going through our team stats here. Again, we went through the shots on goal, face-off percentages. Only 10 face-offs that period, a very quick period of hockey. 4 face-offs won by Buffalo, 6 by the Penguins. Neither team has been able to capitalize on the power play. The Sabres haven't had a power play, and the Penguins were 0 for 1. 2 penalty minutes for Buffalo as a result are the only penalties we have. Looking at our hits department, 5 hits for the Sabres, 9 for the Penguins. But 5 blocked shots for the Sabres to only 1 for the Penguins. Again, these are the numbers I want to take a look at here. 8 giveaways by Buffalo in the first period. 7 giveaways by the Penguins in the first period. And both teams have 3 takeaways apiece. And this is the first of 3 meetings between these two teams. They will play each other again on February 5th at 7 p.m. in Buffalo, just before the break for the Olympics. And they'll play each other again in Pittsburgh one last time on March 5th at 7 p.m. as well. Those are your quick little stats updates. Taking a look again, let's go through the penalties so we can make sure we update you on that. That was a Connor Timmins penalty, 2 minutes for tripping against Sidney Crosby. All right. Let me just see here something real quick. So let's see. But yeah, it's been a pretty solid period. I mean, both teams tried to give the puck away a lot, which is something I really need to see both teams tune down. But as it stands, I mean, not bad. Oh man.
For the people in the chat,
well, taking a look at the poll over there in chat, we have 6 votes, and we are at a 67-33% split favoring the Penguins. So if you want to make your voice heard, go ahead and vote in that poll as well. As we are rocking and rolling here. But we will see. We will see. Again, taking a look, the news that we just got during this stream, that Tristan Jarry could get dealt to the Edmonton Oilers. They're he's drawing significant interest from them to help their goalie issues that they have been having with Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard as of right now. So, let's see. Just taking a bit of a look here on X again. Yeah, and again, so 8 shot attempts for the Sabres, 13 for the shot attempts for the Penguins. And that one Matt Dumba goal was his first as a Penguin. We did cover that when it happened, but hey, it happens. Let's see.
The Sabres have a better percentage of shots versus attempts.
Yeah, but again, attempts count as anything being lobbed towards the net.
Has to be at the net.
Yeah. It has to be lobbed towards the net. But, something like a simple end around counts as an attempt. You know what I mean? If you're doing a wraparound, that's an attempt. But that's a crap attempt. I mean, the end around almost never works.
Oh, I don't know about that. The Muse, it was a pass through.
I mean, if you can pull off the Michigan move and flip it up over the goalie's shoulder, that's great. But a typical end around, what you see anymore, is just wrapping it around and shoving it into the goalie's blocker pad. If the goalie has any common sense, they stop it almost all the time. So, do you mind? The thing is just crackling a lot louder than earlier.
It's been like that the whole time.
Oh, I must have just not noticed that. But yeah, you asked me. I'm gonna ask you. What are your big keys to the second for both teams?
I told you.
Oh, you did?
The Penguins. I told you the Penguins.
What about the
Sabres? They need to get it out of the defensive end quickly, and forward dot and dump it in and go chase. And not try to make the perfect pass, because then what happens usually is they get a turnover, then leads a puck in their own net. Buffalo. I mean, they're playing a good defensive game. They just need to try to get take advantage of a mistake or two. Penguins try to get a goal.
Yeah. Go ahead and grab another Coke Zero real quick.
Both goaltenders are doing well. They're defending well.
Yeah, I mean the only reason that Dumba goal happened was twofold. Number one, the turnover. That is not a turnover is not on a goalie. And number two, the goalie sees Dumba going presumably low on his shot, and the puck goes shooting off a player's stick, sending it high. We had to adjust, and he overcorrected. So
that happens all the time, though, Jason. Defenders, it goes off of the knee, it goes off of the shoulder, it goes off of the stick.
I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, but
so the goalie has to be prepared for that defense.
Yeah. I mean, it's fair enough. Oh man, but what are you? Who do you think gets the next goal? Do you think it's going to be Pittsburgh that runs away with a 2-goal lead, or is it going to be Buffalo that ties the thing back up? You had to take.
It would depend on who. If the Penguins get a penalty early in the second half, it's going to be Buffalo. And probably Buffalo. I don't think there's going to be too many goals. The way that this is going right now.
The way it's going so far, yeah, it's going to be a low score.
It could be, I could be right in that 3-1 range.
Yeah.
Or 2-1, with an empty netter. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Or if it's 2-1 and they get an empty netter at the end, make it 3-1.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see. We will see. But what have you seen out of Tristan Bros? Have you seen enough out of him so far? Let's see. We got real quick. Crazy Football Boys saying, "Hey, hope you and your dad are well and have a happy Thanksgiving. See you tomorrow." From Crazy in the UK. P.S. I'm watching the Flyers. Well, hey, we welcome anyone here, man. We are doing pretty well, I would say.
Yep.
And tomorrow should be a fun day. It should be a real good day. So, how are you doing, Crazy? Let's go ahead and take a look over around the NHL. See if we got any other score updates, as a lot of games are hitting the intermission. So the Predators hit that intermission. The Bunting power play goal assisted by Blackenberg and Howla as well. We did not have the assist at the time of the goal. The Flames and Lightning end of the first as well. Everyone's at the end of the first, except for the Capitals and the Jets, which, by the way, Jacob Chychrun got another goal. Got a goal assisted by Milano and Frank to take the Capitals up 2-0 over the Winnipeg Jets. And the Leafs and Blue Jackets took that first period in at no score. So we are getting ready to come out.
That's 4-0.
What?
Up there.
Yeah, Lightning over the Flames. They all good. Florida all over the Flyers. Yeah, right now we're seeing that 1-0, 15 shots on goal to 7. Oh man, Ladder keeping them afloat. Yeah. Oh yeah. And speaking of a Florida team all over someone, Tampa Bay, 4-0 over the Flames at the end of the first. Brother, I am having flashbacks to last night's Dallas Stars Edmonton Oilers game. I think it was like 4-0 at the end of the first as well. Taking a look real quick before we get to the second period. The next wave of games to begin. At 8:30, we have the Wild taking on the Blackhawks. At 9, we got the Sharks at Avalanche. At 9:30, we got the Canadians at Mammoth, and then 3 games at 10 o'clock. Senators at Golden Knights, Canucks at Ducks, and Stars at Kraken.
Where did the Mammoths play?
Utah.
Okay.
Yeah. They're playing at 7:30 local time. Yeah, because they were in Phoenix, and then the whole Phoenix situation happened, and yeah, that was a mess that nobody wants to go back to. Oh, man, let's take a look over here at P2. Really strange hockey season this year. I know. It has been incredible. Like, literally, the Eastern Conference, right? Top to bottom, Eastern Conference. If we take a look real quick at my standings channel in the Discord server that we have, the top team has 30 points. The bottom team has 21 in the conference. Carolina has 30. Toronto has 21. 9 points separate everyone in the Eastern Conference. Everyone. Which is crazy. 9 points at this point in the season? The Western Conference looks more standard with a 21-point spread between Colorado and Nashville. But still, there's a lot of parity this year in the league. As we are getting ready to go here in the second period. Okay. So Jason Spezza in there. He's the assistant GM and GM of the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. Former player as well. He used to play for Ottawa. So I remember that name from NHL Slapshot.
Not play Penguins.
Maybe? I don't know that he did. Maybe early in his career or late in his career.
Yeah.
Let me take a look here. Jason Spezza does not look like it. If I go to his stats, year-by-year stats, he played for the Ottawa Senators from 2002 to 2014, then the Dallas Stars from 14 to 19, and then the Leafs from 19 to 22. So yeah, no, he did not play for the Penguins. But here we go. Second period face-off, and we are going to be underway. So here we go. Draw going to be won by Pittsburgh into the defensive end. They go. And it's going to be Wotherspoon wing to wing, moving it up to the near side to Crosby. Another sloppy pass, and Buffalo takes it away for the time being. And they're going to send it back in, and giving chase is going to be Carlson. In front of his net, wing to wing, up the boards to the far side. And another giveaway. Both teams are giving away the puck at a crazy rate in this game. It almost feels like a tank pull. It almost feels like nobody wants to win. Back in behind Jarry. Back over to the far side along the boards. Going to send it around his Rust again to the near side. Over to Wotherspoon. Trying to find somewhere to go. Works around to the near side to give himself room. And taking it up, he goes through the neutral zone. Passing wing to wing to the offensive end. And going to be sent on in by Connor Dewar. Back into the far side. Back in behind. Buffalo with possession behind their own net. Over to the near side. Moving it up. And it's going to be back in behind where Buffalo takes it in the defensive end. Passing wing to wing now towards the offensive end. Wing to wing again. And here they go. Buffalo with a chance. Can they capitalize? Passing to the near side. A sloppy pass yet again. What a surprise for tonight. And over to the far side boards. Mantha trying to battle for that puck alongside Byram. And here we go. Malkin with possession ultimately now. Wing to wing into the offensive end. And they can't complete a pass over to, I believe that was Hayes. And now the Sabres have possession along the near side boards. Moving it through the offensive end. Here's a chance. Loose puck. Wing to wing pass for Buffalo. Gets deflected off of a couple of skates or sticks or something. And the Penguins are going to send it out into the neutral zone. Still have possession now. Working into the offensive end. Here's a chance. Shot. Not going to let the easy one get by there. That shot by Anthony Mantha had a whopping 84.8 mile an hour speed to it. What a speed there by Mantha, but just could not let it go. The goalie was not going to let the easy one go by him. That was about as routine as it gets for Luukkonen. Right into the chest.
Is it bad passing or is it good defense?
It's a mix of both. There have been some bad passes. The Pens win the offensive zone draw, but it goes right back into Luukkonen again for another draw. And actually on the ice is Tristan Bros. That's the kid making his debut tonight, getting ready to take the faceoff here in the offensive end. Up against number 48, that would be Kozak. And here we go. So waiting for that draw, going to be won by Buffalo. But Koivunen racing back in to try and get possession over to the far side corner. There's a bit of a tie-up for that puck. Kozak involved for the Sabres. And a big tie-up on the boards, trying to keep it out. The Pens are going to battle for it. And ultimately, puck goes skittering all the way down to the Pens' defensive end. Dumbo with possession now. Takes it behind the net. Working around to the near side. And trying to send it around. Loose puck. Kept around and to the near side for the Penguins. Moving to the offensive end. Back up to the top of the zone. And going to send it in is Bros over to the far side. And that's going to be Novak getting involved over to the far side. A bit of a tie-up now. Ville Koivunen involved. for the Penguins, trying to get that puck in the tie-up, and the Sabres send it out the other way for the time being, but the Penguins get possession in the defensive zone. Moving around to the near side, sending it up, and trying to get a chance, taken away by Buffalo, taken right back by Pittsburgh. To the top of the zone, here comes your chance. Moving around, wrapping it around to the far side, Wotherspoon, shot, and not gonna go. For a second, I thought that was in the net, but it was not. It was wide right. After a couple deflections, Kapanen now, battling for that puck, and the Penguins are gonna get possession here. Kapanen in the neutral zone to the offensive end, wing-to-wing pass to Lizotte. Over to the far side, chance in front of the net, loose puck taken by Buffalo. Over to the near side, Power and Bryson both on minute-and-a-half shifts. I would presume they're gonna hop off at some point soon, but no signs just yet for Buffalo. So here we go, the Pens with possession. Wotherspoon taking it back into his own defensive end. Over to the far side, working around. Kapanen losing the puck. Over to the far side, kept in by Buffalo. But the Pens get possession in the defensive end. Over to the near side boards for Buffalo to take it right back. Wing-to-wing pass over to the far side, back to the near. Working with that puck is going to be Josh Doan to the offensive end. A big hit, couple of hits dished out right in the open ice. But Carlson comes away with it as the Buffalo Sabre goes right on into the boards. He went screaming in there, and that puck going to go right in back behind Luukkonen. Luukkonen, and going to be taken out by the Sabres. Sent back in behind Jarry. Jarry trying to work to the near side, and he will for the time being. Bit of a tie for the puck. Shea involved for the Penguins. Going to be kept on in, though. Puck goes loose, back in behind the net. Crosby over to the far side. Russ trying to get possession. The Sabres take it away in front of the net. Shot, can't make it to the net. Nice defense there by Ryan Shea. A battle for the puck's going to ensue. Back in behind the net now. Letang involved for the Penguins. Over to the near side. Loose puck. And the Pens are going to come away with it for the time being. Force Buffalo to regroup. Here comes a chance to race with the puck to the offensive end for the Penguins. Brian Russ sends it around to the near side. And waiting for it is going to be Dewar. Over to the far side again to the top of the zone. But Buffalo takes it away and sends it out. Crosby having to, or was that Crosby or was that Graves? One of the two. Gonna send it into the offensive end. Waiting for it is going to be Krebs behind his own net, passing wing to wing. Over to the near side, working with that puck, sending it out. They go for the time being. The Sabres trying to take it away. And it looks like they will not, maybe. They have it in the defensive end now. Russ trying to battle for it on the far side, corner to the near side. Pens working out of the offensive end if they can get possession. And they might. They do. A chance in front of the net. Can't go. A nice shot there by, I believe that was Hayes. Back to the top of the zone. Keeping it in. Dumba over to the near side to Graves. Shot gets deflected and goes over to the corner. And it looks like the Sabres are going to take it back out the other way. Moving through center ice. Here comes your opportunity. Is Zucker, if I'm not mistaken. Wing-to-wing pass. Going to be deflected. Goes off a couple bodies. And it's going to be stopped by Jarry for a nice little freeze of that puck. 14:24 left in the second period here. Both teams have had opportunities this period, but nothing really sticking for either team right now. So we'll have to see. We will have to see. Jason Spezza has played 70 games for the Sabres and got 73 points. So 23 goals and 50 assists. Fun little fact there. So here we go. Defensive end draw for the Penguins and going to be kept on in by Lizotte over to the near side, but the Sabres trying to get possession. Puck goes to the neutral zone. And the Pens with a chance into the offensive end. Here comes a passing opportunity, but it goes loose over to the far side. And the Pens are going to have to regroup, taking it into the defensive end. They go to the near side along the boards through the neutral zone over to the far side again. Working with that puck and going back in behind Jarry to the far side they go. Working around now over to the near side, trying to send somewhere to go. Penguins having possession for the time being. They'll send it out into the neutral zone, so the Sabres will have to regroup, but they're already kind of regrouped. And Buffalo are trying to work with that puck. Over to the far side, loose puck, but going to be taken away by Buffalo. Passing back, that was Byram to the near side. Working with that puck now is going to be Timmins. The offensive end, a chance for the Sabres. Loose puck, though, on the far corner, or on the near corner, battling for that puck. Over to the near side, taking it out the other way is going to be the Penguins. That's going to be the new kid, Bros. Having a chance, passing back, trying to find somewhere to go. Loose puck, the Pens are going to try and take possession with Novak. Over behind the net, working around to the near side of the top of the zone. Shot! Not gonna go. Not a bad shot by Bros, but not gonna let the easy one get by him on that one, that's for sure. Okay. So here we go. With 13-13 left in the second period, they're going to be going to their first commercial of the second period.
Did that weird?
What?
13-13.
Well, real quick, we do have a couple of score updates here. The Jets getting a goal before the end of the first. Gabriel Velarde, assisted by Connor, to make that 2-1. With the Jets taking a minute 50 of power play into the second period. Meanwhile, the Bruins getting a goal. That is Tanner Jeannot, assisted by Minton, to take a 2-1 lead over the Isles, who have a power play with 17:42 left in the second. The Devils and Blues, 16:48 left in the second. Nothing changing there. Flyers Panthers, 15:42 left in the second. Still no score change. Flames Lightning, 18:41 left in the second. No score change. The Red Wings going to not convert on a power play with 19:15 left in the second. Still 1-0 there. The Leafs and Blue Jackets will be coming out of their intermission momentarily. And the Rangers and Canes, 18:19 left in the second. Still 1-0 Rangers there. So what are your thoughts so far this period, Dad?
Penguins are doing good. Buffalo up. Someone's gonna have a mistake that's gonna cause a goal somewhere in this second period. Not sure if it's gonna be the Pens or if it's gonna be the Buffalo.
Let's see. So here we go. Take a look. Oh my gosh. Sidney Crosby and Gino. 86 points and 73 points respectively against the Sabres. Crosby in 63 games, Malkin in 56. Carlson with 51 games, 41 points as well against the team. Offensive zone draw, won by the Penguins. Shea passing over to Carlson. Over to the far side, a bit of a tie-up for that puck, and the Sabres are going to send it out of the neutral zone. But Shea chases down for the Penguins into the defensive end, trying to work back around to the near side. Working with that puck, trying to move it up, and they will send it out for the time being. Goes back in behind Luukkonen. Over to the near side, racing for that puck to the far side. Comes up the Sabres, is powered by McLeod to the offensive end. A chance for Buffalo. Loose puck to the near side. And it looks like the Penguins with a chance the other way. Here comes Brian Rust with a lot of speed, but can't find anywhere to go with it, and ends up just colliding into the boards with the Sabres player for a tie-up. To the top of the zone, puck kept in by the Carlson. Crosby, back over to Crosby again, passing over to Rust. Has an open net, but could not get a shot off on that one. And the Sabres are going to get possession and take it back up the other way. Wing-to-wing pass, Shea now with possession. Trying to battle around, passing wing-to-wing, back over to Shea behind his own net. And here we go, the Penguins with 8 shots on goal to 5 for the Sabres. So the Pens have been very aggressive this period, which I like to see. Hayes battling for that puck on the far side corner. Goes back in behind the net, taking it's going to be Dahlin. Sends it around the near side, and the Sabres are going to get possession going out the other way. Here comes a 2-on-1 opportunity. Passing, can't get a clean pass off. Nice defense by Dumba. Unfortunately, unable to get off the shot was Kozak for the Sabres, and the Pens take it right back up the other way to the offensive end. Here comes Mantha, passing wing to wing. Trying to find somewhere to go again with it. A chance shot by Malkin, not going to go. Over to the near side, Malkin working with the puck, sends it back over to the top of the zone. Nobody there to defend it, and the Pens have to regroup. Dumba over to Graves. Alongside the near side, going to send it in and over to the far side corner for the Penguins. Novak battling for it. And Mantha now going to have possession. If he can find somewhere to go to Malkin to the near side. Malkin going back around, and a tie-up for the puck for the Penguins. Able to keep it in, thankfully. Novak at the top of the zone. Puck goes loose. Wing-to-wing pass over to Graves, taking it in. But he can't get a clean shooting lane off. Goes in front of the net for a pass. Over to Dewar. Or, no, not Dewar. That's Novak, my bad. Now over to the near side. Chance. Shot for Dumba. Not going to go. Over to the far side. Loose puck. And the Pens get possession up to the top of the zone. Dumba over to the far side again. And Dumba going to take possession. Oh, it's Mantha, my bad. Over to Graves. And going to send it around to Novak. Novak working around for Mantha to get possession. Back to Dumba. Dumba to Graves. Graves taking it in for a shot. Not going to get to the net. Novak with a chance if he can get possession. The Pens have to regroup as the puck goes to the neutral zone. Going to dump it in for Wotherspoon, and the Sabres are going to get possession going the other way. Koivunen intercepts in the neutral zone, takes it to the offensive end, and the Sabres are going to deflect it back out. So the Pens have to regroup a little bit. Going to send it into the offensive end. A tie-up for the puck is going to ensue. Not really. Puck gets sent all the way out, and it's going to be a Sabres icing. All right. Let me see here. I need to change. Oh, that was almost a disaster. I got to change a couple of things real quick. Let me go ahead and just alter something real quick. Let me see here. Are Pens out playing Buffalo? They have been so far. They've been playing, especially this period. Shots on goal, I think, is 5-2 or 5-1 this period. The Pens with a chance in the offensive end. Lizotte passing around, and a chance if Lizotte can race to that puck first. A tie up for the puck in the corner. Over to the far side. The puck is going to be controlled by Buffalo along the boards, passing wing to wing. Oh, loose puck over to the near side, racing for it. The Penguins trying to get it. And in front of the net, a chance shot! Not able to get it in. Confident had a chance, but couldn't convert. And the Sabres clear the zone.
It was right there in front of the goalie, and
the goalie saw it happen. The goalie saw it coming a mile away and just was preemptive on it. So here we go. Carlson with a chance. Shot! Not going to go! And able to freeze it up. All right, able to freeze the rebound is Luukkonen, and we're going to have another faceoff. All right. Let me go ahead real quick. I need to do a couple of things real quick. Just to make sure. Let me go ahead and alter just a couple of things just about the stream real quick. Give me 1 second and I'll be right on back. Okay, there we go. So we shall see. I just had to make a couple of alterations. You know, just a couple of stream optimizations. But what are your thoughts so far, Deb?
Like I said, this is a defensive game. Buffalo was playing some good defense, not allowing this that much. They're cluttering it up. They're just not getting it out. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I think it's going to be a one team is going to make a mistake and it's going to cost them the goal. I just don't know which one it's going to be.
All right. Well, real quick, we do have a couple of goals to update you on. So, first off, the Hurricanes tying it up in Carolina against the Rangers. Sebastian Aho and Ehlers is going to assist on Shane Gostisbehere for a power play goal. Tie that game up at 1 apiece. And actually, we have 2 goals to update you on the Flyers-Panthers game. As it looks like Emil Andrade just got a goal assisted by Drysdale, but unfortunately it makes it 2-1 because Carter Verhaeghe beforehand got a goal assisted by Bennett and Ekblad to make it 2-1 there.
Oh, there's some turkeys in the crowd.
Oh, boy. Apart from that, we don't have any other updates to provide.
Look at that one. Look at their old one.
Yeah, the Pirates, the Pittsburgh Pirates hockey team from back in the day. All right. So here we go. Smile, you're on TV. There's Iceberg rallying up the crowds on TV, all the kiddens. And here we go. Crosby going to win the opening face or the face-off in the offensive end. Letang over to the near side, loose puck. Trying to take it away and shot by Crosby. Not going to go over to the near side. And that's going to be taking that puck, I believe, is Krebs. Over to the far side, trying to take it out for the Penguins along the far side boards. Crosby to the top of the zone to Letang. Takes it into the neutral zone. The Pens have to regroup.
He can't do that.
Yeah. Crosby was, I guess, trying to burn a couple seconds off. I don't know what he was trying to do on that. He had to get out of the zone.
He could not touch it.
I knew he couldn't touch it. I was trying to see if he was just trying to burn some time out of Buffalo to make them not be able to have a chance. But we'll see. Working behind the net to the far side, the Sabres, Krebs in the offensive end. A big tie for the puck on the boards, and it looks like the Sabres are going to keep it into the top of the zone. Wing to wing to Timmins. Shot, not going to even get to the net, and the puck goes into the neutral zone. The Sabres have to regroup. So the puck goes back in behind Jarry, and going to take it is going to be Ryan Shea. Trying to race for that puck now. Wing to wing pass. And sending up over to Hayes, over to the near side. Back in behind. That's not Russ, that's Hayes. I got something right that the play-by-play didn't get. Graves now to the puck, over to the near side, and it gets sent over to the far side. Waiting for it is Mantha, going to get possession. Regrouping a little bit. Again, looking at offensive zone time, 8:37 and rolling for the Penguins, 4:37 for the Sabres. And that puck is going to get sent out to the neutral zone. So the Sabres trying to get possession, but the Pens take it right back in with Malkin. Passing wing to wing, Mantha. Over to the far side, shot. Not going to go. And it goes into the netting. That was too funny. I got something right that the announcers didn't get.
Yep.
That was clearly number 13, not 17. They're like, Brian Rust working into the zone. No, buddy, that's Kevin Hayes.
he missed the net. Wasn't a shot on that.
Yeah. No, that
one.
Yeah.
But I was talking about the Hayes one.
I thought the Hayes one deflected into the netting. I thought that was the one that deflected into the netting.
Oh, no, he lifted up on top.
All right. So here we go. Ready to roll. Face off in the defensive end for the Sabres, and they're going to win it. Working with that puck is going to be Power. Over to the far side, a tie up for the puck. Now over to the far corner. Still battling for that puck. Nobody's able to control it, but the Pens do. To the near side. A chance for Wotherspoon. Shot not going to go. Puck maintained by the Penguins. Working with it's Novak. Trying to find somewhere to go behind the net. He does. Over to Koivunen. Koivunen back to the top of the zone. I believe that's going to be to Carlson, is it? Puck goes into the neutral zone. And Carlson with the puck now. Trying to pass it wing to wing. And it's going to be not deemed offside, surprisingly. So here we go. Over to the near side boards. And the Pens are going to regroup with Wotherspoon. Wing to wing. Keeping it in towards Carlson. Over in front of the net with a chance. Loose puck in front of the net. And the Sabres take it back the other way. Moving now into the offensive end, and the Pens able to successfully play a bit of defense to stall them, but a chance taking it in and deflects off the stick of Carlson, I think it was a shot by Tuke. All right. So we have 6:54 to go, and 11 shots on goal for the Penguins, 5 for the Sabres, which means 8 shots on goal for the Pens this period, and only 1 for the Sabres.
Your next Penguin goalie.
Yes, your next Penguin goalie right there. Hold on. Where is it? Oh, it's over there. Let's say I can put on the mask. All right. So here we go. Offensive zone draw going to be lost by Buffalo. The Penguins moving up through center ice now with Koppinen. Over to the offensive end. A battle in the far corner. Loose puck to the near side. And a bit of a tie-up, working out to the far side. And a big shot delivered along the boards. The puck goes skittering away, taking it to Letang. Wing-to-wing pass. Trying to find somewhere they can go. Back to the near side. Ryan Shea with the puck. Going to pass it up, and it's going to be intercepted in the neutral zone, but the Pens take it right back, going the other way. Lizotte, and he loses possession now. Waiting for it is Kozak, passing around, trying to take to the offensive end to Kozak for the Sabres, sending it around to the near side. Bit of a tie-up for that puck now, and it looks like the Penguins are going to clear the zone successfully there. Giving a big chase is going to be McLeod. Back in behind, in front of the net, over to the far side. Passing back, they will, for the time being. Over to the near side they go. Into the offensive end as a player collides. McLeod just takes out a ref for a second, losing his stick in the process, and the Penguins trying to take it to the offensive zone, but they can't control it. Puck gets launched high, and the Sabres get possession now. To the offensive zone they go. Passing around in front of the net with a chance, but can't really get much done. Loose puck in front of the net. Jarry gets a nice deflection save, but still the Sabres have possession of the top of the zone. Passing over to the near side to Timmins. Over to the top of the zone again they go. Back around to the near side of McLeod. Back to Timmins. Shot. Not going to let the easy one get by him. Behind the net they go now, battling for the puck, and it looks like Crosby is able to send it back for the time being, and the Pens will clear the zone. As two bodies collide, there was Novak, or Dewar, colliding with McLeod. And the Penguins trying to get possession of that puck. And they will to the offensive zone for the time being, but it looks like Byram going to chase down that puck, and Buffalo comes away with it. as the Penguins go for a line change to the offensive zone. Here's a chance shot, not able to get there. Nice save by Jarry. By Tage Thompson on the shot. Now taking that puck around, Hayes dumps it back, and the Pens are going to regroup here a little bit. Same with Buffalo.
I think you're putting a line change.
Yeah, the Pens are going for a line change. Buffalo went for a line change. Both sides bringing out equal strength now. And here we go. Carlson passes over to Hayes to the offensive end. Bit of a tie-up for that puck on the corner. Behind now, Mantha with the puck, passing around to the outside. And a tie-up for that puck gets sent to the top of the zone, kept in by Dumba. Passing over to the far side, working around with it. Leaving it back for Graves, has a lot of ice to work with. Shot! Not going to go, gets wide left of the net. And working with that puck now is going to be Malkin. Malkin to the top of the zone to Dumba. Dumba over to the far side. Let's see, we got W Stream. Thank you, Noah. W Coke Zero. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But the Penguins losing possession. The Sabres going up the other way. Here comes your chance. And a nice defensive body check, I guess, by Hayes to stop the momentum. And the puck gets cleared out by the Sabres. Working with that puck over to the far side boards. The Pens trying to take it away. They will for the time being. Offensive zone chance, but can't connect on the pass. And the Sabres send it out the other way. Now back into the far corner. A bit of a tie-up for the Penguins and the Sabres. Working with that puck is Shea battling for it. Letang for the Penguins as well. Back in behind to the near side. Racing for it is going to be Mallenstein. And the Sabres have a chance on the top of the zone. Shot! Not going to go. Jarry not going to let it pass through him. Over now to the far side. A bit of a tie-up now for the Sabres. Working with the puck. Passing in front of the net, but can't get it out easily. Working with that puck now to the top of the zone. Buffalo, powered by Krebs. Krebs to the far side, passing around in front of the net. Shot! Not going to go. Puck is loose. Krebs with possession now to the top of the zone. Passing wing to wing. Shot! Not going to go on the one-timer. Puck is still loose. That one-timer there was by Dahlin, if I'm not mistaken. Dahlin passing wing to wing to the top of the zone. Chance passing in front. Shot! Cannot get a pass and shoot off there. And the Sabres now with possession. Still a chance in front of the net and a nice deflection there by Jarry. But still having possession. A chance again. Not going to go. The Sabres are really pummeling the Penguins right now. And here we go. Working with the puck at the top of the zone is going to be Samuels in front of the net. Cannot get a pass and shoot off. And the Pens are finally going to clear the zone on that one. All right. So now the Sabres trying to work into the offensive end. A bit of a pass and shoot in front of Jarry. Puck goes loose and Mantha able to clear the zone. Racing for that puck is going to be Novak. Takes it to the offensive end for the Penguins, but he needs some help. Not much help is coming. Passes wing to wing. A chance shot. And a nice glove effort there, but the puck goes wide and goes bouncing around. To the far side they go. The Sabres going to clear the zone out, and it's going to be an icing on the Sabres.
That was close.
Yeah. They just made up the shot on goal differential in that one little stint alone. It is now 11 shots on goal apiece. Wowzers. Go ahead and give us a little reload here. So here we go. Face-off going to be won by Buffalo in the defensive end. Working around with that puck is going to be Timmins. Passing wing to wing to the offensive zone they go. Trying to find Timmins again, but the puck goes loose. Josh Stone getting involved now. Back in behind with Wotherspoon. Over to the far side. Battling for that tied-up puck. Over to the far side again. Doan and Russ getting involved. Wotherspoon sending it out. Over to the far side again. Working that corner. Back in behind the net. The Sabres with possession. A chance by Samuelson. Timmins, sorry, not going to go. A bit of extracurricular going on in front of Jarry on that one as well. Breaking out with Benson and... Was that Benson and Wotherspoon? Or was that Benson and Dewar? One of the two. But with a minute 30 left in the second, we have a 1-0 game still somehow after that. So real quick, going into our out-of-town scores, we do have a few updates to bring. So first off, we're going to go to Detroit. Let's see. Hawkeye need a Sabres score before the third. Well, we'll see. The Sabres could get a goal before the third. They have a minute and a half. But they probably just wasted their best opportunity with that big onslaught. They had like 7 shots on goal in that one, or like 5 shots on goal in that one onslaught.
They could do.
They still could. Oh, I'm not saying they can't, but they probably wasted their best opportunity with that 5 shot on goal onslaught. But real quick, for the score updates here real quick while we're at commercial. Alex DeBrincat got a goal assisted by Dylan Larkin and Raymond to tie that game up at 1 against the Predators with 11:54 left in the second. The Flyers tie the game up at 2 against Florida with a Matt V. Michkov goal assisted by Andre and Drysdale. Or at least an early third score. I mean, an early third period is still possible. That's still plenty possible. The Devils tying it up with a Nico Hischier goal, power play goal, assisted by Timo Meier and Luke Hughes. The Isles have a power play on the Bruins, but not much left there. Apart from that, those are our only score updates. But we have a lot of teams on power plays right now. Huh. Oh, man. Let me go ahead and grab another Halls. So here we go.
That was the trophy.
Yeah, I know. The USL Riverhounds are in attendance with the trophy tonight. So here we go. Let's go ahead and take a little look-see here. So, 12 shots on goal for Buffalo, 11 for Pittsburgh. 1:30 left in the second, and the Pens are faced with a defensive zone draw. Are they on the penalty kill? No. Okay. For a second, I thought they were on the penalty kill, but no. Brian Russ just didn't. He was camera shy. Here we go. Battle for the puck on the far side. And the Pens trying to take it out. They will not for the time being. And the Pens have to play defense here. Wotherspoon working over to the near side. And that puck's going to go loose. Crosby trying to clear the zone, but the Sabres keeping it in. A chance passing in front of the net with an opportunity. A nice stick move by Crosby to take that puck away and ultimately clear the zone. The Sabres trying to work it out, but the Pens have possession, dumping it into the zone for now. Giving it away for Byram to take over in the defensive end as we cross under a minute to play here in the second. The puck now going to be sent all the way back in behind the net. And Ryan Shea over to the near side, trying to find somewhere he can move with that puck. Under 40 seconds to go now. Shea moving into the offensive end. Back in behind, he dumps it over to the far side, trying to work with that puck for Buffalo is going to be Jason Zucker. A bit of a battle for that puck, a bit of a tie-up. Malkin involved there as well with Lizotte, and the Pens keeping it in for now.
Jason Zucker's an old
I know. Pen. He's been around forever. But the Sabres with a chance. 2-on-1. Passing shot. Nice save by the blocker pad of Jarry. What a beautiful opportunity. And just robbed by Jarry. A chance now to the near side. Could not get a clean pass and shoot off with a wide open net. And the Pens are now going to take it out the other way. 7 seconds to go. And the Pens are going to take this into the period, I would imagine. Maybe get one quick little shot off. Never mind. It's just going to go into the period. At the end of 2, we still have a 1-0 game after a scoreless second.
Look at that.
Look at that beautiful opportunity. And look at the better... Oh, no, he missed the net. That wasn't even a blocker pad save. That was just he missed the net. And look at this. Look at that stick handling by Crosby to avoid the tripping penalty. And just knock that puck free. What an effort. All right. Let me go ahead and update this to end 2. Dad, give me your thoughts on the second period.
Defensive battle. You know that Buffalo's going to come out in the third, and they're going to press. They're press to get that tying goal.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
That could result in a Penguins goal
if they overcommit. I saw that firsthand last year when the Fort Wayne Comets were playing the Toledo Walleye in the second round of the playoffs. In a game where they needed to win. And instead, they ended up botching it because the Comets overcommitted, sent 4 into the offensive zone with a 3-1 lead, or a 3-2 lead, mind you. They have a lead, they overcommit, send 4 guys to the offensive end. So it was a 4-on-1, did not get the goal, and Toledo takes it back the other way and punches it in on a 4-on-1 opportunity. But yeah, so far, quick little stats update here. In this game, the Sabres end the second with 12 shots on goal. The Penguins with 11. Still 1-0, a Penguins lead on this one. The only penalty of the game so far has been Connor Timmins, 2 minutes for tripping. That second period might as well have not happened because we had no penalties and no shots or no goals. as no penalties were taken in the second period. Shots on goal again, 12-11 favoring the Sabres. 10 for 21 in the faceoff circle to 11 for 21 in the faceoff circle favoring the Penguins. Neither team is converted on the power play. Again, the only opportunity was for the Penguins, and they didn't convert on it. So the Sabres have the only 2 penalty minutes of this game. Hits have evened out a bit more at 14-12, favoring the Sabres now. 12 block shots for the Sabres to 6 for the Penguins, but a whopping 21 combined giveaways and 10 combined takeaways. Takeaways are split at 5 apiece, and the giveaways are 11-10, with Buffalo having 11. Taking a look at that goal, that one goal was a Matthew Dumba unassisted goal at 17:09 in the first period to take a 1-0 lead on a wrister. That was Dumba's first goal as a Penguin, for the record as well. And diving into our shots on goal for the Sabres after the second period, you have a Jason Zucker shot on goal, Malenstein has a shot on goal, McLeod has a shot on goal, Thompson has a shot on goal, Austin has one. On the defensive side of things, you have Byram has 1, Hibbins has 2, Samuelson has 1, Owen Power has 1, and Rasmus Dahlin has 2. Looking at the blocks, there have been quite a few blocks, so we'll cover those real quick as well. Quinn with a block for the Sabres, Malenstein with 1, Kozak, his body is a shield tonight, giving 4 blocks tonight. Tuke with 1 block, and Doan with a block on the defensive side of things. Byram has 1, Samuelson has 2, and Dahlin has 1 as well. Taking a look at the Penguin side of things for your shots on goal. You have 2 for Kevin Hayes, 1 for Koppinen.
Look at that.
Then you got 2 for Bros. So Tristan Bros, 2 shots on goal with 7 minutes, 22 seconds of ice time. Not bad for his debut through 2 periods. He could crack that 13-minute mark potentially if they want to use the third line a bit more in the third period. Which is a possibility because the way this game's going, they might save their top 2 lines for the last, they might use them sparingly in the first 10 minutes and use them heavily at the end of this game. The way it's going, they could end up doing that. And you could see Bros getting a bit more ice time in this third period. We'll see. But again, going back down our shots, Anthony Mantha has 1. Hainan has 1. Hayden, do I have? Yeah, okay. Danton Hayden has 1. Malkin has 1. Crosby has 1. Dumba has 1. And Letang has 1. Looking at the Penguins' blocks, Parker Wotherspoon has 2. Ryan Graves with 1. Ryan Shea with 1. And then you have 2 for Brian Rust. Oh, man. So, yeah, real quick, again, taking a look at our out-of-town scoring updates here. 7:27 left in the second period. Red Wings and Predators are tied at 1. 4:21 left in the second. The Lightning have a power play, but they are up 4-0 over Calgary. The Flyers and Panthers are tied at 2 with 2:13 to go in the second. The Blues and Devils are tied at 2 with 1:25 to go in the second. The Bruins are leading the Isles 2-1 with 3:49 left in the second period. We obviously are at a 1-0 Penguins lead at the end of 2. The Jets managing now to tie up that game against the Capitals with a Gabriel Velarde goal, his second of the night. Man, he had 1 assisted by Connor, and then this one assisted by Morrissey and Connor as well, to make it 2-2 in our nation's capital with 14:44 to go in the second. And the Rangers, with 5:55 to go in the second, are tied at 1-1 with the Carolina Hurricanes. The Leafs and the Jackets are tied at 0 with 8:10 left in the second. Hopefully that, for their sake, that is not a game that goes 0-0 into overtime. Trust me, I've sat through one of those games. It is not fun. That was Vegas Edmonton in the playoffs last year. And again, our next game to start will be starting momentarily. It is the Wild at the Blackhawks. Then again at 9, we have the Sharks at the Avalanche. At 9:30, we have the Canadiens taking on the Mammoth. And at 10 p.m., we have 3 games starting with the Senators and Knights, the Canucks and Ducks, and the Stars and Kraken. That's our little out-of-town update here as we are in the second intermission here. Oh, man. But, Dad, what do you think the keys to the game are in the third period here for both teams?
Buffalo's press, I think, try to get that goal, that tying goal. Penguins, their key is get it out of their defensive zone cleanly and put it into the offense. Dump it into the offense. Dump and chase.
Now, what do you think of Tristan Brose's debut tonight?
Okay. I like the speed that depends at.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a lot more speed than they did last year with all those old.
Yeah, I mean, diving into Brose's stat line tonight, real quick. He has no goals, assists, or points. So and then no plus minus because he was not on the ice for that goal. No penalty minutes. 7 minutes 22 seconds of ice time thus far. And he's had 10 shifts. So he has 2 shots, no blocks, no hits. And let me go ahead and take a look here.
He's not there to.
I mean, he's on the third line.
Third line is usually your checking line.
Yeah.
Not your.
I mean, he has 1 giveaway on the game, and he is 33% on his own in the faceoff circle. Which, I mean, what are you going to expect from a kid making his NHL debut? It's his first time going against the big boys.
Oh yeah, I understand that, but all I'm saying is that usually the third line, you're not going to get as many. Get a couple goals here and there, but you're more goals that you get as your first and second line.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's where you're.
And again, Tristan Jarry, 12 shots against, 12 saves for 100% save percentage, and 40 minutes time on ice. Because I don't think the Pens have pulled their goalie at all. Oh, man.
It depends.
But what are your guys' thoughts on this game?
It really depends on if Buffalo gets 2 goals, third period.
They will, yeah.
Oh.
But what are your guys' thoughts in the chat? I want to hear what Yins have to say as well. Oh, Eddie Johnston, former Pens coach and GM, having his birthday today. All right. So we will see. Let's see how much time do we got left in the intermission. We only got a few minutes, right? 7-11. That's not bad. That's not bad. So again, just taking a look around the league, seeing if we got any other score updates as they come in. I'll be providing them. Oh, we do. We do. We have 2 of them, actually. Zach Werenski, assisted by Voronkov and Fantilli for the Jackets, taking a 1-0 lead over the Leafs. Meanwhile, the Capitals, Ovi gets yet another goal, assisted by Roy and Beauvillier. So that game is going to be 3-2 with 13:40 left in the second. All right. So yeah, we are rocking and rolling here. Go ahead and take a little look over. Yeah. You good? Just a little tired. You're not used to being up this late. You're not used to being up this late on a Wednesday.
That's my bedtime.
Usually at this point on a Wednesday, you're ready to zonk out because you got work the next day, but not on Thanksgiving. Yep. Not on Thanksgiving. All right. So yeah, they're taking a look at some of the film from this period. And let's see. Oh, the Comets get a 1-0 lead over Kazoo. Nice. It still blows my mind that Kazoo plays on pink ice. Look at that. The Kalamazoo Wings play on pink ice. Oh, they're doing it because they're the Wicked Wings. Oh, please. Is it partially pink, partially green? But,
what is that lighting that makes it? Or is it something ice?
It might be something in the ice. Probably something in the ice. Which is kind of crazy. Let me take a look. Let me actually take a look. I want to see if that ice is like actually half green, half pink. I'm curious now. I am intrigued. I am going down this rabbit hole. Oh my gosh, I need to log into Flow Hockey. Bro, no. Give me 1 second here. My curiosity is getting the better of me. My curiosity is getting the better of me. I need to see. I need to see this because I need to see if it's partially green, partially. Let's see. So it's pink on that end. Is it green on the other side? It is. It is. Kalamazoo, what are you doing? Bro. Your playing surface is half pink, half green.
Or is it red and...
No, it's pink and green because they're the Wicked Wings. It's for Wicked. It's all about advertising. They're the Wicked Wings. So they have a half green and half pink ice. You see the weirdest stuff in the ECHL. You would never see that in the NHL. Not in a million years.
I don't think they're allowed to have that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they're allowed, but like ECHL, have fun. Have fun. You guys are the special class. Hey, look at that. Look at the ice. It's so weird. It's pink. And then it's then oh, screw you. You went to commercial. Oh man. Well, let's see. Just taking a look around the NHL. Oh, the Rangers. And never mind, that Blue Jackets goal was taken. It was taken away. That Blue Jackets goal, I guess, was taken away by review. But the Canes are down 2-1 to the Rangers after Artemi Panarin gets a goal assisted by Fox to take the lead 2-1.
The Sullivan team.
Yeah, well, I mean, they have been good on the road. They're on the road, don't count them out. If they're at home, yeah, forget about them. Oh, man. So we are actually getting close here. We've got 2.5 minutes to go until the third period. We're kind of using our time wisely here. If you guys are enjoying the stream, dropping a like and subscribing are two great ways to show your support. And let's take a look over here. What is going on X? Do we have any other hockey news? Let's see. Oh, man. Yeah, just taking a bit of a look as we have some time because you never know what NHL insiders will tell you. Go back over to, yeah. Problem is, NFL is so big that it just overfloods my my thing. So, like Ian Rappaport floods it. Tutu Atwell is returning for the Rams. That's good. That is good. Apart from the Tristan Jarry rumors, we're not seeing much else right now. That is very interesting. Oh. Okay.
Make your pick.
No, I need to do that tonight. But Frank Ragnow coming out of retirement for the Lions. And, yeah, we don't really have any other news apart from that because, yeah, it's all football. So, but, how do you think the third period's going to go? If you had to take a guess, who gets the goal this period? There's going to be a goal this period.
And a lot. Maybe Buffalo.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Maybe Jarry will shut up.
I mean, he does have one on the season so far. So. Oh, boy. Let's see. So, yeah. Go back over here and just get ready for this third period here. Properties. P3. P3. Here we go. So we are rocking and rolling our way into this third period here, folks. All right. So, yeah. Here we go for the third period of action. The Red Wings, real quick, before we get to this third period of action. The Red Wings got a goal. James Van Riemsdyk, assisted by Patrick Kane and Danielson, take a 2-1 lead there on a power play goal. With 2:49 left in the second. And that is about it. The Wild and Blackhawks did get underway.
Well, they start on this, Jason. Who would be, based off right now, who would be your 3 stars?
3 stars? Well, Jarry might get the nod at 1. Obviously, you got to put Dumbo on there because he was the only goal scorer. So Dumbo's obviously going to be one of the stars of the game at this point. Man. Who would that third one be? I mean, usually they're almost always on the winning team. They're not going to be on the losing team and be a star, usually. So if we're looking at the Penguins, who really has stood out, you know? I mean, Crosby's been heavily involved. We've called Hayes' name a lot. You know? There's not, I mean, Wotherspoon, he's been involved a bit. That's a tough question. Who would the third star be? I mean, mine right now would be Jarry and Dumba, obviously.
What out there? Who would that?
Well, I don't want to override the who wins poll.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just.
Yeah. So right now they are interviewing some of the Pittsburgh Riverhounds who won the USL Championship. As we begin this third period, face-off won by the Sabres. Moving into the defensive end. Here they move along the near side, passing wing to wing. Intercepted by the Penguins at center ice, passing over to Rust. Rust trying to find some help, dumps it into the offensive end, going behind Luukkonen. And over to the near side, Rust, possession pass, can't get the clean pass and shoot off. But a shot from the corner goes wide right. Over to the near side, Pens maintaining possession. Rust over to the near corner, battling for it is going to be, I believe, Crosby. No, it's actually not going to be Crosby. It's going to be, who is that going to be? It's going to be Dewar. And to the top of the zone, the puck goes for the Sabres. Gets kept in by the Penguins for now, but the Sabres will clear the zone along the near side boards. Moving to the offensive end, a chance. Passing in front of the net. Loose puck in front of Jarry. What a way to deflect that puck. Carlson now to the near side. Battling for it alongside. Now the Pens moving it through center ice. Brian Rust sends it in right over to Luukkonen, who's going to leave it right there for his teammate Dahlin, Rasmus Dahlin. And let's see, Dahlin passing wing to wing. Over there to Zucker. Zucker passing. Now it's going to ultimately go to the near side. Shot, not going to go by McLeod. To the top of the zone, kept on in. Over to the near side boards, battling for that puck. Mantha going to send it around, and the Pens have a chance at the offensive end. 2-on-1, and never mind, it's intercepted. Moving it back up the other way is going to be McLeod. Over to the offensive end, passing over to the near side with a chance. Shot, not going to go. Loose puck, and kept by the Penguins. A nice save by Jarry, just could not control it. And the Penguins are moving it into the offensive end with a 3-on-3 opportunity in the zone. But a nice job there by the Sabres, and they're going to move that puck up now through center ice. Is going to be, I believe that's McLeod with a chance. Shot, not going to go. Rebound not going to go as well, and Jarry able to freeze that puck up as you have a couple of Penguins and a couple of Sabres getting involved. You're not going to get bros on that. Come on, yeah. Good. For a second, I thought there was going to be a penalty on that for a late hit by Bros, but they're not going to hit him on that. All right. So here we go. Here we go. Defensive zone draw for the Penguins. They're going to dismiss. The original guy taking the face-off was number 48, Kozak. Face-off going to be won by Pittsburgh along the boards to the far side, kept in by Buffalo. To the top end, passing into the near side. Can't get a clean pass off. Dumba able to send it around for Crosby. Back on the boards to the far side, moving it up through center ice. And going to do a little offensive zone dump back in behind Luukkonen. Sends it around the near side boards for the Sabres. And they are going to clear the zone, moving into the offensive end. Here's a chance out on a breakaway for Doan, but a nice job by Graves to not let Doan have the easy shot on that breakaway. And the Pens taking it back up the other way. Passing wing to the offensive end is going to be Kopanen. Working around to the near side for Dumba, but taken away by the Sabres. For now, taken back by the Penguins. Graves at the top of the zone. Pens going for a line change. Presumably going to bring out maybe that second line as a couple of bodies come together and two of them go down on the ice. Penguins intercepting now at center ice. And going to dump it in over to the far side. That is the second line. That is the, no, it's actually the third line. Third line's coming in. Over to the near side, working with that puck. To the near side is going to be Koivunen, sending it around the far side of the offensive end. And it's going to be icing on the Penguins as they send it all the way back out. Taking a look back at when the Riverhounds won. Man, it was literally PKs. Wow. So there we go. Rocking and rolling here. I'll wait for the Simba cam. Oh, man. So here we go. 17:04 left in the third. Still a 1-0 game here. And we'll see. Face-off going to be won. Buffalo going to send it into the offensive end. Backing around to the far side, to the near side, working with that puck. The Pens trying to send it out. Wotherspoon sends it along the boards into the offensive end, but Buffalo takes it right back. Working around, moving back. And the Sabres passing behind the net to the near side in this strong defensive battle. Working with that puck, sending it around, intercepted by, never mind, going to be deflected off of Koivunen. But the Sabres able to maintain possession back in over to the near corner. Over to the far side, getting it's going to be Samuelson, sending it to the top of the zone. And going to send it out the other way. Loose puck, going to be taken by Buffalo. Dumping it into the offensive end, right for Jarry to leave it there for Carlson. Back around to the near side, loose puck taken by the Sabres. Over to the near side, battling that puck to the top of the zone, and it's going to be taken out for the Penguins to try and work with it. And the Sabres take it back in the defensive end, passing wing to wing. Back in again through center ice, and here they come up through the neutral zone, back into the defensive end is going to be Samuelson. Trying to find somewhere he can go with it as we cross under 16 minutes to go here in regulation. Over the far side, battling for that puck. Crosby takes it away for the Penguins. And a chance in the offensive end. Crosby passing around, and it goes over to the far side. And it looks like these Sabres are not going to send it out, but they are going to take possession back. Stepped in at the top of the zone by Shea, back in behind the net, working with it to the top of the zone. And the puck deflects away and goes all the way back out for Jarry to leave it there for Shea. Shea now working around over towards the far side of the ice, trying to find somewhere he can go to the boards in front of the net, or in front of the benches. Over to the near side, Malkin, and it's going to be deflected away for Tuuk. Let's see, we got Sports Victor. Sabres going to win 2-0 or 2-1 shootout. Nah. Malkin now into the offensive end, plunges into Mantha. We have a bit of a tie-up now along the near side boards. Looks like the Sabres going to ultimately come away with it for the time being, and working with it is going to be Byram. Over to the near side, passing along the board, sending it out, and going to send it right back in is going to be Tuuk. Over to Byram, over to the offensive end. Here comes a chance of the Sabres, but the Pens playing a nice little bubble defense here. Over to the near side, going to get deflected off a bunch of bodies. Not sure if Jarry got a piece of that from the top of the zone. Over to the near side, can't get it on the wide open net. It is going to be Tage Thompson. And the Pens battling forward along the near side, or along the far side, and they're going to send it out of the zone. The Sabres have to regroup. Through center ice to the near side to the offensive end, the Sabres go. And Tage sending it in. But the Pens able to pump it right back out. So here we go, Jacob Bryson now. In his zone to the near side. Battling for that puck around the far side edge. And it looks like going to be sending it out the far side. The Pens are trying to get back control. They will. Dumba working around the near side. Sending it out and to the offensive end is going to go. But the Sabres take it right back, which is fine. Just burn off that time. Dumba working with that puck. Losing. Loose puck now. And it looks like the Sabres are going to send it around the far side. Dumba trying to find somewhere he can go with that puck. Looking for some help. Graves comes over there, but the puck goes loose to the near side. Kept in by the Sabres shot. Not going to go. Over to the far side. Still having possession now. The Sabres trying to keep it in the zone. They will for the time being. Kept in by Rasmus Dahlin. Over to the near side. Looking for it is going to be Samuelson to the top of the zone. Back over again to Dahlin. Trying to find some help. Shot. Not going to go. Gets deflected off some bodies before it gets to the net. Ryan Graves sending it around, but it kept in by the Sabres. Over on the far side boards. Trying to find somewhere they can go. Wing-to-wing pass to the near side. Back to the top of the zone. And Penn is slow to get up, but does get up over on the far side. And over behind the net. Puck goes loose. Doan taking a shot. And let's see. The Pens have their third line, or their fourth line out there. That is the Koppinen, Lizotte, and Hainan line. Over to the near side board. The puck gets deflected out, and it's going to go back in behind for icing. 12:55 to go here in the third, and the shots on goal are 18-13. Buffalo is doing exactly what Pittsburgh did last period. Buffalo this period is doing exactly what Pittsburgh did last period. Just giving a lot of pressure. Benson just could not get that shot off. He had a wide open net. Just could not control that puck. But here we go. Defensive zone draw for the Penguins. Face off as they are going to get that draw here. It looks like taking it is going to be Bros. But here we go. Face off. Going to be won by Buffalo. Working around the far side. And a battle for that puck's going to ensue along the boards. Trying to find somewhere to go. The Sabres with possession for the time being. They maintain it with Byram over to the near side. Back to the far side for McLeod. Shot. And he scores. That is Matthias Samuelson on the goal. Assisted there by, I believe who had it was McLeod had an assist on that. And we have a 1-1 hockey game. Son of a gun. Son of a gun. You can only pin down the Sabres for so long. Officially on the assist. Actually, Jack Quinn, my bad on the goal. Assisted by Byram and McLeod. I had 23. It was actually 22. So, there we go. We have a tie game now. We're back to square one. And here we go. Sabres working with the puck to the near side. Yes, sir. It is 1-1. The Sabres passing up the far side to the offensive end. The Pens, though, with a chance, sending it into their offensive end. And Buffalo going to have to give chase. Back in behind the net. And let's see, over to the far side with a chance. Shot, not going to go. Loose puck in front of the net. There's your chance, but they can't get a clean shot off in front of the net again. Another shot. And working with it is going to be Russ. Shot, he scores! Ryan Rust! And takes that lead right back for the Pittsburgh mother-loving Penguins, baby. Let's go. Brian Rust. That didn't take long.
Guess what, Jason?
Rusty shakes.
Oh.
What?
Guess what?
What?
I think I'm gonna go and get a ticket.
How? How? Hold on. Watch this goal. Rust somehow puts it through the 5-hole when there was maybe a 2-inch gap between the pads and the ice.
I'm gonna get a ticket for the tonight for that.
What, lottery?
For the lottery. You know why?
Why?
What did I predict?
You called it.
3-1.
Oh, man. It could be. Here we go. Jarry going to freeze that puck after that draw as we cross under 12 to play here. Man, but that, I mean, okay, that was a nice goal, though. It was a nice goal. A good opportunity. Both teams had opportunities all night. Now it's just a matter of these teams are getting unleashed. They've been chained up all night. They're getting unleashed. Oh, yeah. You're going to see a lot of that Doan, Thompson, and Tuke line. You're going to see a lot of that line. They're going to get a lot more ice time. But here we go. Pens winning the draw in the defensive end. Over to the near side, sending it out. And it is going to be icing on the Penguins. So taking a real quick look at the official assist on that Penguins goal there. As we should have it now. It's going to be unassisted. That is... I thought Brian Rust got the puck passed too by a Penguin.
Well, whenever they look at it further, they may put some...
Yeah, I would assume there were definitely assists on that goal. Right now it says unassisted, but that should be...
They got to look at it and see.
Yeah, but usually that's a few minutes ahead. But anyway, here we go. Face-off going to be won by Buffalo in the offensive end. Passing, shot, nice glove effort there. Puck goes loose, and it actually was high, so Jarry didn't have to do much. Passing in front of the net, not going to get a clean shot off for Buffalo. Taking it back to the top of the zone, sending it around to the far side, back in behind Shea. Working with that puck to the far side. Trying to find somewhere to go with it. A bit of a tie-up, and the Sabres are going to try and take back possession. They will for the time being. Well, it looks like we have another tie-up again. The Pens are going to send it out the near side. Here they come, the Penguins. Mantha to the offensive end. Trying to pass it. Shot! Nice save by... That is going to be Luukkonen. Nice save there. Not going to let that one get by, but another chance. Can't punch it in. And the Sabres now moving back up through center ice. And the Pens are going to take it back here. Letang now working around. Passing wing to wing in the defensive end. Moving through center ice is going to be Novak, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that is. Over to the far side, you got the Novak Koivunen line out there. That's that third line there with Bros. And Bros trying to battle for that puck, actually, speaking of the devil. And here we go. Along the near side boards, the Sabres have possession. Over to the far side is going to be Samuelsson. Moving up now through center ice, passing along, and the Sabres have a chance in the offensive end. A big hit dished out by two Penguins there. I think Dumble was the first one to dish out the hit, but a chance to get another shot, not going to go. Ville Koivunen also did have a pretty good shot there. You were almost right, Sports Predictor, but the other way. And not overtime yet. The Sabres going to send it. Oh, here we go. Let's see who they have. They officially have assists now. And they're officially going with unassisted. Okay. They are officially going with unassisted on that goal. So here we go. Battling for that puck. Over to the near side. The Pens going to take it back to the offensive end. Here comes your chance. Passing it around. Shot. And a nice glove save there by Luukkonen. On that shot by Crosby. Going almost 80 miles an hour. With 9:52 left in the third and in regulation here, the Penguins are maintaining a 2-1 lead.
This period is like a goal palooza, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Compared to the other ones.
Absolutely.
2 goals.
Taking a quick look around the league. Hey, the Flames got a goal! That was Joel Farabee with a assist from Beecher and Kuznetsov on a shorthanded, too. A shorthanded by Calgary. Interesting.
It's still 0-0? That one game?
Yeah, Maple Leafs and Blue Jackets still nothing. Still nothing. What is the NHL? I'm actually curious. I'm going to take a look real quick while we're at commercial. What's the NHL like national game right now? Or is it later tonight? No, it's just CHL. There is no national game tonight. Okay. I thought there was. Bro, what? Let me. Thank you. There we go. So, what are your thoughts so far? What are your thoughts so far, Dad?
It'll be a tough one.
All sports predictors is saying Buffalo wins 3-2 in a shootout. I don't want to say that happens. It could, most definitely, but I don't say it does.
I still say 3-1 Penn.
Yeah. We'll see. There could be 2 empty netters, though, because Buffalo could pull their goalie early to try and get that goal. And then they go 3-1. Still with like a minute left, they pull the goalie again. So it could be 4-1. I've seen a lot of teams do that recently. Man, but that double sandwich hit there. Yeah. Dumba and then Graves getting in on Doan as well. All right. So here we go. We are back here in Pittsburgh, ready to see what this game has in store for us. Ready to rock and rodeo here in this third period. The Sabres are going to have an offensive zone draw. No, the Pens are going to have an offensive zone draw. My bad. I got it flipped up in my head. So, yeah, they're explaining to Dome why there was no penalty, which is it's a fair no call. And let's see, over to the near side, battling for that puck. The Pens trying to get it in the offensive zone. They do. Passing up to the top of the zone. Carlson passing back over to the near side to Rust. Rust back over to the far side, back in behind the net. They go. Working with it is going to be Dewar. And a bit of a tie-up now. Russ going to send it to the top of the zone. Waiting for it is going to be Wotherspoon to the near side of Carlson. Passing in front of the net. Can't get a clean pass and shoot. And the puck goes back into the neutral zone. The Pens have to just send it in and regroup. Back over to the near side. Working with that puck is going to be Krebs. Krebs passing it back. Waiting for it is going to be Samuelson. Samuelson passing up to the far side. And going to go wing to wing to the near side. Towards the offensive end. And the Pens are going to send it right back out. Working with that puck now. The Sabres. That's going to be number 17. Zucker. And it's taken away by the Penguins. Moving into the offensive zone. Here's a chance. But can't get a clean shot off it. Oh my gosh. A nice shot. But just could not get the rebound in. And here come the Sabres going back up the other way. With a chance working with that puck is McLeod. Trying to find some help. He does not. And he has to take it back and regroup for the Sabres as we cross under 8.5 to play here in the third period. Over to the near side boards in the offensive zone for the Sabres. The Pens are going to work with it and clear the zone. They will. Back in now. The Penguins trying to take that puck away. But not for the time being. A bit of a battle now along the boards. And Shea with that puck. Going down for Buffalo was Jason Zucker. And Shea works now behind his net with 8:15 to go here. Working around with that puck now over to the far side boards. Has room to move. Passing it along into the offensive zone. And it's going to go back in behind Luukkonen's net. Over to the near side. The Pens are going to not be able to control it. Goes into the neutral zone. Passing back and waiting for it. Letang over to Carlson. Moving into the offensive zone now. That's not a common call. But Malkin working with that puck around the net to the far side. Passes back in and leaves it for Tage Thompson. Bit of a tie-up for that puck now. Malkin racing for that puck to the top of the zone. They do. Over to Carlson. Carlson moving in. Passing, but cannot get a clean pass and shoot. And it looks like Wotherspoon has to go back and give chase. Over to the near side for Carlson. To the offensive end. Trying to find somewhere they can move it. And passing a shot. Scores! Kevin Hayes! A beautiful goal. It's sitting there, I believe that was by Carlson. Didn't I just call Carlson's name?
I think so.
Yeah, so Carlson, a nice little pass and shoot over there to Hayes to punch it in on the wide open net of Luukkonen. Look at this. Right over there. Watch Carlson. Bam, boom. Wide open net. Hey, a 2-year-old could have made that shot if he handles the stick right. What a great job there for Carlson to recognize the hole. Hayes to recognize it as well and to get there. And for Carlson to draw Luukkonen as hard as he did and as deep as he did. So now the Penguins have a little bit of padding here. 3-1 lead, 7.5 to go. Jarry working behind his net. Dumba over to the far side, trying to send it out. Puck is maintained in the zone, though, by Buffalo. And it's sent out the other way. Here we go. The Penguins with another opportunity in the offensive zone. Shot not going to go. Over to the near side. Working with that puck. And going to be Bros over to the near side. And the Sabres moving out the other way.
This is the result of them, Buffalo having
a chance in front of that shot. Not going to go. Had a wide open opportunity.
In.
And a chance again on another shot on Jarry. Not going to go. Over to the near side. Working with that puck to the top of the zone. Shot. Not going to go. Loose puck. And the Penguins are going to successfully keep it away. All right. Now sending it out the other way. Here come the Penguins. Going to let it go for the Sabres to regroup. Penguins going for a full change. And Matthias Samuelsson with the puck now. Working with it. Going to move it up to his right. Passing along in front of the benches. Over to the near side boards. And the Pens are going to take it back up the other way. Moving into the offensive end. Dewar with a chance. Trying to wrap it in front pass and not able to get a shot off there. That would have been a chance to make it a 4-1 game very easily, but they just could not execute the pass and shoot. Crosby now over to Russ. Battling for that puck with it with Buffalo now. It looks like Timmins going to battle with it to the near side, sending it up to the offensive end. Battling for that puck now, and a big shot delivered by Ryan Shea against Jason Zucker. And just like that, with under 6 to play, the Sabres are going to have to regroup. With that puck now is going to be Connor Timmins. Trying to move that puck up through center ice into the offensive end. It goes over to the near side. Battling for it's going to be Carlson. Oh, and passing wing to Wotherspoon. Trying to find some help. Wotherspoon sends it back for Carlson as he pays the price. Gets slammed into the boards. Loose puck. The Sabres have it now behind Jarry. Passing in front. Chance not going to go. Loose puck. Hainan sending it around. He does. And going to send it out. They will clear the zone successfully. The Penguins trying to take it away at center ice, but the Sabres able to send it in successfully here. Back in behind Jarry, over to the near side. Loose puck, maintained by Buffalo. Chance cannot punch it in. And the Sabres are going to maintain possession now at the top of the offensive zone. Trying to find somewhere to go. Shot, not going to go. Loose puck, and a nice save by Jarry to stop that puck and force the draw. And Tuke getting into it with Heinen and Dumba. Woo! Hello. With 5:05 to go here in the third. The Pens maintaining a 3-1 lead. Let's see. Also, Parker Wotherspoon getting credited with an assist on the Hayes goal. And they did add a Ryan Shea assist to the Brian Rust goal.
I kind of figured.
It took them a while to do that.
Oh, they may had a.
Yeah, but usually by the time they announce it in stadium, they've already figured out the assists. That's kind of why I'm like, oh, well, it's going to be unassisted, surprisingly enough. But, yeah. The Red Wings and Predators at the start of the third period going into 4-on-4 hockey. The Flames down 4-1 to the Lightning with 13:39 left in regulation there. The Flyers and Panthers tied with 11:12 left in regulation. That's an overtime watch game if I've ever seen one. The Blues tied with the Devils at 2 apiece with 9:54 to go in the third as well. The Bruins up 2-1 over the Isles. Islanders at 11:24 left in regulation there. We have 5:05 left with a Pens 3-1 lead. The Capitals have a power play to start the third period with a 3-2 lead against the Jets. The Rangers adding to their lead 3-1 off a Vincent Trocheck goal assisted by Armeni Panarin and Mika Zibanejad with 15:02 left in regulation there. Start of the third period for the Maple Leafs and the Blue Jackets tied at nothing apiece there. The Wild and Blackhawks, 2:43 left in the first, still no goals. 16 shots on goal for Chicago, though, which is insane. They're pacing to almost 50 shots on goal.
Wow.
And the Sharks and Avalanche tied at nothing with 17:09 left in the first. The next game to get going will be the Canadiens and the Mammoth here in about 18 minutes or so, and then 3 games begin at 10. Canucks Knights, Senators Knights, Canucks Ducks, and Stars Kraken. All right, so here we go. We are back here in Pittsburgh and ready to rock and roll here. Take a look at some people here, some famous people here who are at this game. Christina Aguilera is at this game. Interesting. So here we go. 5:05 left in the third. The Penguins ready to roll here. 25 shots on goal for the Sabres, 18 for the Penguins. And here we go. Taking a look down the Pens bench there. It's going to be the first line, the Dewar, Crosby, and Rust line for the Penguins. Up against the line there of McLeod, Zucker, and Quinn right now. Also, the defensive pair for Buffalo is going to be, I don't know who that is. But around to the far side, the top of the zone, the Pens going to send it out successfully. Novak sending it out. And the Sabres are going to have to take it back in the defensive end. There they go, trying to find somewhere to move. Passing it up on the far side boards. McLeod with the puck, sends it over to the near side. Loose puck, going to be chased down by Carlson. Over to the far side, the Penguins going to send it out the other way for the time being, but the Sabres keeping it in for the time. Loose puck, and the Pens are going to not clear the zone. The Sabres keeping it in with McLeod to the near side to Samuelson. Shot off of Jarry, going to be deflected. A rebound shot, not going to go. That rebound shot there by Jason Zucker. Kept it at the top of the zone by Samuelson. Samuelson going back in behind the net. Chance in front of the net. He shoots. He scores. Oh, boy. Zucker to Quinn for the second goal of the night for the Sabres. And now we have ourselves a game with 4:18 to go in regulation.
Yep.
Wow. Look at that. Zucker back here behind the net, working around over to Quinn. And just a quick one-timer right over to Jarry. And, yeah. Man, Petsko? Yo, we got everyone that normally hops in the streams just now hopping in. Aaron's hopping in. Petsko's hopping in. How's it going, man? Sports Richter's been in and out for a while, but how's it going, Aaron? How's it going, Petsko? How y'all doing tonight? Here we go. The Penguins are going to win that, or presumably win that draw as it goes their direction, but the Sabres maintaining possession at a bit of a tie-up here. In the Sabres, the offensive end, keeping it into the top of the zone, is going to be Byram. And a chance shot, not going to go for Jarry. It was a 3-hour trip from 5 to 9. Or 6 to 9. All right. Let's see. From Dad's shirt, it looks like he's going for Buffalo. They're calling you a Buffalo Sabres fan.
Oh, yeah?
They're saying you're a Sabres fan because you got blue on. Are you a Sabres fan?
No.
How much are you not a Sabres fan?
I don't know. Penguins to win.
But Aaron also said how you're doing.
All right.
But yeah, it's the blue. It is the blue. He's wearing just a basic blue, pure blue shirt. I think that was my shirt before.
It used to be your shirt.
It used to be, and then you took it. I think you took it when I was at college.
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Oh boy, that's what the crook said whenever he got caught with the money he stole from the bank.
Yep.
Oh man, you have 6 notifications open. Wowza, that's a lot of notifications for one trip. My notifications get piled up because I just let them pile up. Zero Sugar Coke, the drink of the day? Yes, it is. In fact, that's the 3rd one I've had, I think, tonight. So I probably should stop and switch over to a LaCroix. Partially because I was trying to go to the doctor because this cold's been lingering on a bit longer. Turns out I got a double whammy. I went for some paddling congestion and I walked out with an ear infection and a sinus infection. Ain't that funny? So probably not healthy for me to keep on chugging all the Coke Zero. The I don't know killed me. Yeah, that was whenever I said how much are you not a Bills or a Sabres fan? They're like, I don't know. That just killed Hot Cocoa.
Oh jeez.
Hot Cocoa Bob. He's like, that just killed me. Get me the brandy. Okay. I can go for some brandy. Oh, man. But here we go. 4:03 left in regulation. We have a 1-goal game here. Pens with a defensive zone draw. Taking the draw is going to be number 46.
Get it out of there.
That is going to be Blake Lizotte. So you got the Lizotte line out there. It's going to be Lizotte, Heinen, and Koppinen for the Penguins. Alongside Carlson and Wotherspoon. Or no, Carlson and Shea. No, it's Letang Shea. Okay. Let's say Carlson Shea shot not gonna go. Carlson Shea is not a common pairing. Let's see, moving it up through the offensive end. The Pens are gonna send it around and moving it out. They do. Dahlin over to the far side. Rasmus Dahlin. And moving the puck out. The Sabres are. You're in Pittsburgh right now, rocking a Flyers hat. You're playing a dangerous game, buddy. Shot from the corner, not gonna go over to the near side. Working with the puck is the Sabres, trying to find
get it out of there, guys.
The Sabres working with that puck again. McLeod passing. Gonna be picked away. And nice effort by Lizotte to force the Sabres to have to regroup. Moving the puck is now Dahlin at center ice. Moving back into the defensive end is gonna be Samuelsson. Both teams going for a line change. The Pens going for a full change. And here we go. Moving it in. Shot. Not gonna go. Nice shot deflected there. That shot by Zach Benson. Over to the far side now. Working with the puck. Malkin gonna send it out. And we got a stoppage. Ruled out of play.
Hit the Penguins bench.
I didn't realize that. I thought it was something else. For a second, I thought it was a penalty. I'm like, thankfully. Let's see. And you screamed, "Go Birds! Steelers suck in the city." Oh, no. You're playing a dangerous game there, man.
Well, I agree with him. The Steelers do think.
Yeah.
At this present
Here we go.
time.
3 minutes to go in regulation. Carlson back in behind the net. This game is by no means over. And here we go. Moving that puck around to the near side. A battle for that puck's ensuing. The Sabres trying to keep it in, but the Pens successfully clear the zone. Moving into the offensive end. And going to go back into the near side corner to the far side. Working with that puck. A tie-up is going to ensue for it. But hey, he's able to keep possession of that puck for the Penguins. Moving around now. Going to send it around to the far side corner to the near side. The Sabres are going to get possession and send it out. But the Carlson able to intercept it and send it into the offensive end. Racing for that puck now is going to be Dewar. Dewar, Power, Kozak, Rust all involved in a bit of a tie-up here. Honestly, Penguins these tie-ups favor the Penguins here in this situation with time waning. So here we go. Moving around to the near side. The Sabres end up coming away with it to the offensive end they go. It's going to be moving in. Benson sends it behind Jarry. And Shea is going to get it as we cross under 2 minutes to go here in regulation. Over to the near side. Letang working up with that puck. And going to pass it wing to the offensive end. Dumping it around for the Penguins. Under a minute 50 to play. Rust over to the near side to Crosby. Back over to Rust to the far side. Back to the top of the zone they go to Shea. Shea sends it in with a shot. Not going to go. Goes wide right. And over to the near side goes the Sabres. The Sabres pulling their goalie now. Let's go ahead and pull the empty net away. 6-on-5 for the Sabres. Goes back in behind the net. Jarry battling for that puck. A minute 30 to go. Over to the near side to the top of the zone. Working with the puck is Dahlin. Over to the far side now to the Sabres. Back to the top of the zone to Dahlin. Back over to the far side again. Moving it in for a chance. Shot. Not going to go. Over to the near side. That's going to be working with that puck. It's going to be Tage Thompson, sorry. Chance over to the far side now. And back over to the near side. Shot by Thompson. Not going to go. Rebound. Not going to go. Puck is loose to the top of the zone. Jarry has to regroup. And the Penguins having a chance. Here comes your empty netter. He scores! Connor Dewar with 57 seconds to go. Oh, man. So there we go.
That might be the game.
It probably is, but with 57 seconds, don't count Buffalo out, especially if they can pull that goalie twice and be effective both times.
Wow, that was almost a goal.
That almost was. Let's see. He doesn't have a job for you. Become a commentator for the NFL or hockey. You would do great. Well, thank you. Thank you. I mean, it's something I'm looking at over the summer after this hockey season. I'm going to reach out to a couple of hockey teams around the area and see if any of them, need some play-by-play. And who knows where that goes, I mean, if the channel blows up, I'd love to be able to do it with the channel because I love having the autonomy. But it would be nice, if the channel doesn't absolutely go nuclear, it would be nice to be able to do play-by-play for a team. So here we go. 57.5 to go. Center ice face-off here. And the face-off going to be won by the Penguins over to the near side. Going to be sent out into the offensive end. The Sabres need to find a time to get that goalie pulled. And now is certainly not that time. Working with puck to the near side. Lizotte sending it to Carlson. Carlson over to around the far side. Again, you're not trying to shoot. You're just trying to burn time. Now over to oh my gosh. To Malkin. Sorry. My brain had a brain freeze there. And it looks like now you're going to have that never mind. They're not going to pull it just yet. They're not going to pull it just yet because the Penguins are still too much of a threat. With 25 seconds to go, they burned just enough time for me to say this game is over. 20 seconds to go. We might see a 4-3 final, but the Pens moving it back into the offensive end. If they keep doing this, they're going to end 4-2. 10 seconds to go. Around the near side, working it up through center ice, going to be Dahlin. Passing up into the offensive end, working with that puck is Dune. Over to the far side, 2-1, and this game is final. 4-2 will be your final score here in Pittsburgh against the Buffalo frickin' Sabres.
About time the Penguins got 2 points and not.
As soon as I say the words, it's over, tromboner pops in like, I'm here. Let's see. Hot Coco saying, GG's, good stream, brother. Have a good one. You too, man. You too. Have a great Thanksgiving. And hopefully we'll see you around for some more hockey games. But there are still a lot of close games around the league right now. Real quick, we'll go ahead and give a quick little update after I make sure I put this as final. F. There we go. Press F to pay respect to the Sabres on that one. But yeah. Real quick, going through around the league. Oh my gosh, the Red Wings and Predators scored 3 goals since we last checked in on them. So first, Nick Blankenberg got his second of the game, assisted by O'Reilly to make it 2-2. Then Roman Josi gets a goal assisted by Bunting to go up 3-2. And Ben Sherratt gets the goal assisted by Appleton and Comfer to make it 3-3 with 13 to go in regulation. The Flames and Lightning still 4-1 with 6:17 to go in regulation. The Flyers and Panthers still tied with 5.5 to go in regulation at 2 apiece. The Blues and Devils tied at 2 apiece as well with 2:58 to go in regulation there. The Bruins and Isles. The Bruins get another goal, a shorthanded goal by Alex Steves, assisted by Minton to go up 3-1 over the Islanders. This game here just went final. Final score was your whopping 4-2, favoring the Penguins. The Capitals and Jets still 3-2 with 17:11 to go. Third star of the game is going to be Tristan Jarry in his return, baby, for the Penguins. Let's go. Jack Quinn. Kevin Hayes gets the first star of the game. Second star of the game was Jack Quinn for the Sabres. It makes sense. Brother had 2 goals, and he had the only 2 goals for Buffalo in the loss. So it makes sense.
And Hayes, because
yeah, so there it is. Again, they're interviewing Jarry because he just came back from injury and pitched a win like it was nothing. But the Rangers getting a goal to go up 3-2. Or no, it was 3-1, and then it was 3-1. Then the Hurricanes make it 3-2. Sorry, Seth Jarvis assisted by Gostis-Pierre and Aho to make it a 3-2 game there. The Blue Jackets and the Leafs, 10:47 to go in regulation, nothing still. The Blackhawks go into the first intermission with the Wild at nothing apiece, but the Blackhawks with 20 shots on goal in the first freaking period. Then the Avalanche, Ross Colton gets an unassisted goal to take the lead 1-0 over the Sharks with 7.5 to go in the first period. Oh, man. But yeah, this was a really good game. Man, Dad, what are your final thoughts on this one here? Don't turn it off. Come on, Dad, don't be that way. I was going to go back to you. What are your final thoughts on this one, Dad?
I'm glad that the Penguins didn't mess it up. Last few ones, they were leading, and then they just mess up, and they only get 1 point.
Well, now Jarry
that was a good thing to finish this up, get 2 points, and
ironically enough, as much as Pittsburgh tends to hate Jarry, or tends to hate on Jarry, I think Jarry was kind of the spark for this team because he's won now 5 of his last 6.
Yeah, but Jarry is up and down.
Yeah, Jarry is up and down. Don't get me wrong, but he has been more up than down this year.
He's not a gold and confident. Go back to you can depend on those.
Yeah,
I mean they would have a bad game.
I mean the thing is, Jarry is up and down. Like his goals given up this season in order. He gave up 3, then 4, then nothing, then 3, then 3, then 1, then 4, then 2. So he has been up and down. But with Jarry and net, it almost feels like the Penguins play with a new level of confidence or something, because they have risen to the occasion. Jarry is now 6-2, with the only 2 losses coming to Toronto and Anaheim, both at the final score of 4-3. But they put away teams like the Islanders, the Sharks, the Panthers, the Blues, the Wild, and now the Sabres. Granted, a lot of those teams aren't really that great. Your top teams out of that are probably the Islanders, the Wild, and the Panthers. Out of those 6 wins, and neither of them are neither of them are Colorado, neither of them are Dallas, none of them are the Bruins or the Canes. But again, the way he's been playing this year, it almost feels like the Pens play with a new level of confidence with him in net.
Does he?
Oh yeah. But I do think that is going to do it for this stream tonight. If you guys did enjoy, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, as it does help out the channel a whole lot. In the next stream, if not tomorrow, we might be live maybe tomorrow night for some Thanksgiving shenanigans for the Bengals versus Ravens on Thursday Night Football. But if not, the next stream will be on Friday when we'll be covering the New York Rangers taking on the... Give me a second here. Taking on the... One more second here. I gotta scroll up. Give me 1 second here. I know, very prepared I am, right? But taking on the Boston Bruins, which that should be a fun one. An original 6 rivalry at 1 p.m. on Friday. Woo, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. And then we might have a doubleheader on Saturday. It depends on if we decide we're going to do anything. But the way current affairs are... Or no, it wouldn't be a doubleheader because I'm doing college football on Saturday. But we might get the Pens game on Saturday. We don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Because that is 7 p.m. between the Leafs and the Penguins. We're going to miss Pens Blue Jackets, though, unfortunately. But, yeah. If you guys did enjoy the stream, don't forget to smash like and subscribe, as it does help out the channel a whole lot. And with that, I will catch you guys next time. Peace out and